No more bad government in Nigeria. Nigeria what? The only media that have been consistent speaking against the bad government and for the purpose for reformers. Nigeria what? Yo! No more bad government. Nigeria what? No more bad government. Nigeria what? No more bad government. The only media that have been speaking. No more bad government. The voice of the voiceless. No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. For the poor. No more bad government. Nigeria what? No more bad government. Nigeria what media? No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. In Nigeria. No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. The only media. No more bad government. The number one media in Nigeria. No more bad government. That have been speaking against government. No more bad government. Nigeria what? No more bad government. Nigeria what you? The voice of the voiceless. The voice of the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Nigeria what media? Voice for the voiceless. Nigeria watch media. The only media that have been speaking against bad government. Being consistency since 1944. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless. Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless. 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 Nigeria watch you.
Of Miriam Sanda and the killing. A lot of people argue that Miriam Sanda was on that list, but a man that attacked a bandit back in return in self-defense was not put on that list. Probably, I think his name is Sunday Jackson, if my memory serves me right. So when you look at it, you look at how skewed it was. You can see the end to all the funny press conferences that were held. And the father of the boy that was killed was saying, we forgive you and let it go. Thank God the blood of that man that was killed spoke. And a lot of Nigerians came up to speak. Because we won't allow this to continue in our country. I'm also happy that the president has made some reforms, that this review committee of pardons will now sit in the office of the AGF. But I think we should expand the scope of this. Let's also bring people, ordinary people, people from different, interest groups in the country to be part of this process. But most importantly this morning, those that perpetrated this heinous crime against Nigeria, those that made this government look like a joke, because correct me if I'm wrong, a pardon reversal is a shocking one for Nigeria.
A number of people have debated that.
So those that made this government look like a joke, those that padded the pardon list, we must see their names and we must see sanctions meted out. If we don't have accountability, we can't build a society. The problem with Nigeria is we're trying to build a society without accountability. It will not work. Like somebody will say, if he didn't day, he didn't day. If accountability no day, Nigeria cannot day. So please, Attorney General, we'd like to see the names of those people. And people involved in that committee, heads must roll. NMPC, what money did they want again? To fleece Nigerians like they've been fleecing Nigerians? But we told them that those refineries were not going to work. We told them. But they went ahead. Just like the way they deceived Yaradua. They went ahead, they've deceived Buhari, and now they want to deceive us again. They want technical partners. Oh, yes. Like be Itano, like they will say, like the ones you people had yesterday. You will have just allowed that, what's it called, Yaradua, Babasanjo has sold this refinery to the consortium. You will have just allowed that consortium to continue. But you deceived Yaradua, And now it has shown that Obasanjo is correct on this matter. They've been collecting money on this refinery. It's not worked. Why don't we just sell it off? When Atiku Abubakar said this, he said he was opposition and wanted to sell it to his cronies. But over 350 billion we've lost in 6 months on the Port Harcourt refinery. Some reports were saying that recently. Because we keep funding the staff there. We keep funding the inefficiencies of this refinery. While Dangote has shown us that it can work. Like I said before. Remove your hand.
Or rather, allegedly, who signed for it? Because they never thought, say Nigerians, we are very docile, we are very calm. They believe that, they never thought that Nigerians will react the way everybody reacted. Now, Oga Tietie is telling us now that it's impossible for the decision of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to be reviewed. Listen further.
That has been attached to a certain document that has passed through, the consultation of the Council of State and then communicated. It cannot be. You see, we cannot make a mockery continually of our presidential system as if we revel in this third world status by which we operate our government. It's not possible. Irrespective of how bad you consider the list to be, government runs on certain principles. Now, as we speak, there could be a reason why that list could be reviewed only on the grounds of fraud and misrepresentation. That is, those persons who advise the president, whether from the Office of the National Security Advisor, whether from the Office of the Secretary to the Government of Federation, or to the Chief of Staff of the President, if they, for example, committed fraud or misrepresented certain facts to the president, then on that basis, the president will now announce that for such and such a reason, which he did not, reflect his discretionary power, he is reversing it. You cannot just tell the Nigerian people to whom belongs sovereignty of this country. The president, you see, the powers of the president are so constitutional in the sense that the entire powers, the executive powers of the federation are concentrated in the man. And you see, when he now decides to exercise discretion to pardon somebody, nobody, even himself, cannot reverse it. So it's just unfortunate that this is happening. But what is going to the implication is that it's going to expose the presidency not only to ridicule but to serious investigation, serious scrutiny to see to what extent and how possible did you have those names. Understandably, states can actually carry out certain deals with bad guys. Right. Instead of allowing 1 million or 100,000 kidnappers to be on the prowl, get one of them, let's do a deal, and then promise that if this deal, if the information you are passing out, if it becomes fruitful and we catch or eliminate certain number of kidnappers, we will advise the president to pardon you. Right. Now, so there's really nothing wrong, and one would have expected the presidency to explain the reason why it gave out that list, not to take the lazy approach of just kowtowing to public, criticism. Yeah. If that's the case, the president ought to. Because many Nigerians cried out against the removal of subsidy in such a manner, the president ought to have reversed it. Many Nigerians cried out against, tariffs in electricity. The president ought to have reversed it. You don't run a government that way. A president is not moved before the president applies the seal of the Nigerian president. It's not about Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It's about the protection of the exalted office of our president. Okay. You cannot subject him to this, topsy-turvydom by one sort of public or opinion. You don't know the things, the secret things that go in government. Okay. So the president's spokesman ought to have explained and not take the lazy and easy way out of just reversing it and making a mockery of our presidency. It's not acceptable.
All right, Frank JJ, just looking at the statement released by the presidency today, the second paragraph reads thus: following consultations with the Council of State and public opinion on the matter, the president directed a further review of the initially approved list for consideration in furtherance of the president's discretionary powers under Section 175, subsection 1 and 2 of the 1999 Constitution as amended. That's the statement of the presidency. And I thought I should highlight that because you did raise some questions about that. But my question really to you is that this decision has also gained mixed reactions. Some have said this shows, the review of the clemency shows that there's a listening government in power.
No, it's not about that. If we had a listening president in power, like I just mentioned, he would have reversed the subsidy removal. He would have reversed the increase in tariffs. He would have reversed many of the loans that we intended and we ultimately borrowed. You see, at the time the president signed the first list, it was a completed act that he no longer had power to reverse. And it was already accepted. And you see, the good thing about it is that we have courts that will interpret this ultimately. So the president does not have power to convict anybody. As at the time he had completed the pardon of these persons, they were all free. The president is not the judiciary. Section 5 of the Constitution confers in him all the powers, the executive powers of the Federation. But on that note, he has exercised those powers. He can no longer exercise judicial powers by saying, no, I no longer consider you fit for pardon, and I want you to go back to prison. The president cannot do that. It's not within his remit. It's not within his constitutional remit. So the good thing is that we have records. So it will be tested. We have people, an offer was made by the president of pardon, and then they have accepted. President, you can no longer take back your pardon. It doesn't matter whether you go back to the Council of State. You are therefore at that point exercising judicial powers, which you do not have as president.
So now that should one say the damage has been done? Those who were in the first list and are not on this second list, whatever the second list is, whose names have been removed from that initial pardon, what exactly can they do? Can they have, or do they have legal recourse?
They are pardoned by the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And so the second list does not have any effect. So they have to take action. I expect them to go to court immediately and claim whatever the President has given to them. You see, that's a better and easier way for the presidency. Right. Rather, because if you must, if you look at from common, precedents, if the only reason the president is saying he's reviewing the list is because there's a fraud. It's because somebody put a name there that
it's not meant to be there in the first place. Okay.
It doesn't matter. No matter how you feel bad that there were drug offenders, sex traffickers, or kidnappers, or murderers there, it doesn't matter. We're talking about the person that represents the entire sovereignty of this country.
Right.
You don't mess him up. When he takes a decision, you assume that there must be a higher reason, much higher than yours, because at his disposal are pieces of information that the ordinary man does not have.
All right, very quickly, two decisions that were also made today. The president moved the prerogative of Mercy Secretariat from the Ministry of Special Duties to the Ministry of Justice under the Attorney General. And then he also asked the Attorney General to put in place measures to ensure that this does not recur.
So what
Frank, I know you want to jump in there.
No. I don't like the presidency of my country.
Wait, Frank JJ. Because, people will ask, why are we moving this? Does it change anything? Since the Attorney General was also a part of the committee, in fact, the head of the committee from the get-go.
See, let me tell you something. It's at the president's discretion to set up a committee. The understanding of Section 175 is that the president himself decides to dename anybody that he wants to forgive. He wants to show mercy and give pardon. That settles it. But you see, what the presidency is doing, which is offensive which should be offensive to constitutional law practice, is that you cannot now fail to give the reason why you are reviewing the list. And we're saying, and the presumption is that there was fraud somewhere. Who is that fraudulent person that put certain names in that list that the president didn't approve and then applied the president's seal? Exactly. That the presidency cannot run away from it. And I'm telling you, right. If we have proper investigative journalists here, they should go and meet every one person on the previous list, on the first list, which I consider as a valid list, and ask questions. Okay. There were things that happened. People, there were exchanges, there were deals that were made, and I don't have any problem with it so long as the president, in his constitutional power under Section 175, considers it's in the best interest of Nigeria. Okay. Nobody should reduce the powers of the president in this manner. And it's embarrassing. It's not because it's President Tinubu today. We need to protect the presidency for this country, for our future, for our stability, and not subject it to this kind of ping pong and reduce it like this. If that's the case, then let us now mount up so much pressure on the presidency. It will change whatever decision it has taken before. That's a joke. Is that why they gave him so much powers under Section 5 of the Constitution?
What you're saying is a bad precedent. Well, it does seem like it's a case of
those scatter everywhere. These are men.
Mr.
These
Elvis,
are men. Yes, sir.
Elvis, you know, I joined the block because of this guy. See me, I disagree with him. I will say more about it. This guy,
For
what he's
real?
saying here. Of course now. What Tete is saying at least for a very long time, I disagree with him on this particular one. Is it because he has a legal background? Legal background here now. Please my foot.
So you don't believe that there was some kind of agreement between the list of the people that were part?
I know that.
But was he following the constitution? That's the question you should ask.
That list, I know that list, you know.
Mr. Jonathan.
Yes.
Is Tete following the constitution or not?
Exactly.
They followed it. Yes, now they followed it.
Okay, then he's right.
No. Every statement Tete uttered today was from the constitution.
Tete is right. It's from the constitution.
I'll tell you where it's wrong. For him to say this one is just misleading Nigerians completely. We're not fools here.
For real?
What are you talking about? You are telling us that Tinubu cannot go back and reverse fuel subsidy. Tinubu cannot go back and reverse the increase in electricity tariff.
No, pardons.
No. That's what he's saying. That means that with all the public outcry, everything we said, Tinubu cannot go back. See, the only person...
No. Tinubu can reverse anything, but when you put your seal...
The only person that can go back and reverse anything is the president himself. This one shows us.
Let me finish my presentation. We'll talk extensively on this. We'll give enough time. That's fine. You know, I appreciate every one of you right there. I'd like us to quickly listen to our barrister here.
When I say government is the biggest 419, biggest fraud in Nigeria, you say I don't like government. Oh, this guy is always talking ill about government. I don't hate government too. I just want accountability. I just want things to be done properly. And also when I tell you that, you know, those people, the educated ones in government makes illiteracy very attractive. You think, the next thing, this man hates Obaseki. He's talking about Obaseki. I don't hate Obaseki. I just expected so much from him being an educated person. But, well, unfortunately, it is what it is. So today, before I go into Obaseki, the recent investment or that those state government went to look for investors, and there's this revelation that a company was coming to invest 16 billion, how many $billion in the economy. And it's turned out that the company not they exist. Really, we are still waiting for the state government to respond to that allegation. But thank God, they never come. So it was supposed to come. And then, hey, they exist. Well, we leave that on one side. And then I beg, please, our governor, this your hype men, when you go outside of the state, keep them in Benin. In Benin, it's okay. But going outside of the state and the Akpako rescue, God first son, Tinubu's first son, it's unnecessary now. Anyway, that's so government, they do their thing. But today, I want to talk about the MOA and the Radisson Hotel in Benin. Really? Come on now. How can a state government invest 3.8 billion in MOA, the Museum for West African Art, that's supposed to be the Edo Museum for West African Art that was changed by Obaseki for reasons best known to him? The state government invested 3.8 billion in that project, plus the land donated, and yet it's an NGO. The state does not have a stake in it, and then the state is not talking. The state keep quiet. And also in the Radisson Hotel, the state government, those state government invested almost 30 billion in that project. And then when Obaseki and his people lost the election, and they just did abracadabra, the boju, the more you look, the less you see. And then they brought in a private investors, entered into an MOU, who went to raise the 10 billion in the stock market. And the man who raised 10 billion owned 80% of the hotel. The government that spent almost 30 billion owned 20%. And then the place is not shaking. Nobody's talking. If the State House of Assembly does not know what to do, you don't need a petition at this stage. You don't need anybody to send you a petition to investigate such infraction. Let them conduct a public hearing. Let everybody come state their own side of the story. Obaseki will come, the state government will come. That's how you build purposeful leadership and accountability. and not just to keep quiet. And the citizens has a right to demand for good governance at any time.
Now, if we talk now, say Obaseki is satanic, you see, people will now be asking me, oh, like one commented just about 20 minutes ago, asking me that I should give a proper definition why Obaseki is satanic. You know, see? Because they are gullible. They only follow their leaders based on, they just love them. That's it. Not on what they are doing, their activities, their good deeds in the state. But meanwhile, let's continue with our barrister, Liberus.
They say when we collectively agree on something, raise our voice against something, or condemn something, no matter how insistent the government is, they will certainly cave in. And that's the beauty of democracy. And that's why today I want to salute the courage of those voices that came out to raise their voice against the prerogative of mercy granted by the president in compliance with the powers vested in him under Section 175 of the Constitution. And then also the media, the social media, the ordinary Nigerians, and then also those that supported him, that said he can do and undo because the power donated to him were unfettered. We salute all ourselves. It's not every day we win like this. So the president has reviewed the list and he has given certain guidelines and conditions. I will also salute the president for listening to the voice of the people. Not be every day government they listen to the voice of the people like this. And I wish that the government will listen more to the voices of the people like this. I just read the press release from Bayo Onanuga, the spokesperson to the president, and permit me to quickly read a few excerpts from the press release because it is sweet me for body, because I was one of those who condemned that list, and so many Nigerians also condemned it. And he says that President Tinubu signs instrument of clemency and pardon, and that the president, following consultation with the Council of State and public opinion on the matter, has directed a further review of the initially approved list. And then consequently, certain persons convicted of serious crimes such as kidnapping, drug-related offenses, human trafficking, fraud, unlawful possession of firearms dealing, etc. were deleted from the list. Others had been hitherto pardoned in the old list, had their sentences commuted. And then, because this is very germane, he says, this action became necessary in view of the seriousness and security implication of some of the offenses, and the need to be sensitive to the feeling of the victims of the crime and society in general. The need to boost the morale of law enforcement agencies, because we consistently talked about this, and adherence to bilateral obligation of the state. The concept of justice as a three-way traffic for the accused, the victim, and the state also guided the review. And so, now that they've transmitted the list to the prison officials, and then furthermore, to ensure that the future exercise meet public expectations and best practices, the president has directed that the office of the Secretariat of the Presidential Advisory Committee on Prerogative of Mercy be moved from the Ministry of Special Duties to the Attorney General's office. And the president also directed that the Attorney General should issue appropriate guidelines for the exercise of the powers of prerogative of mercy, which include compulsory consultation with relevant prosecuting and security agencies. Because these are some of the things we had consistently said that, look, it demoralizes people who are fighting this battle against crime, against drug. And what do you expect them to do when somebody, against all odds, decided to go arrest a drug baron and then put that person up for prosecution? The judge, against all odds, will convict that person, and the person is taken to jail, and then, boom, that person is pardoned. How do you expect the security agencies to feel? But this has also shown that the government can listen if we truly raise our voice. And so I will encourage all of us to consistently raise our voices against actions and inactions of government that are against public policy, that are repugnant to natural justice. It is not every action we condemn. Some we agree with, some we disagree with. We have to agree to disagree, and sometimes disagree to agree, to actually move our country forward. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Mr. Elvis. This is
Exactly.
balance. This. I love it. When Liberus is a lawyer, a respected lawyer. Tete also has a legal background.
Look at the look at them, the two opinions. This is it. Don't come and it is Tete on this one misrepresenting.
The question is that was Tete not saying what the constitution has spoken concerning the seal? Wait. We can argue that it's two. This argument is going to be two parts. It's going to be two parts, and I'll bring the third part into it.
There is the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria that says that the president cannot review. Bring it.
You cannot look. See, okay. Let's start so that we'll talk very straight.
This is a fundamental question here that I want to
hold on. We will talk amongst ourselves and interject each other and come in. That's not a problem. Let me finish my presentation.
Good evening, fellow citizens of Nigeria. Like this, I beg, whether they collect temporary membership card for APC, I won't go join. I won't join APC membership for the rest of the month of October. Please, I don't become APC. I don't go ask Baba Shabi. If I ask Baba Shabi as an APC member, he go they take me to Shakara, make I enter with my leg. Go, get your APC, I want enter APC. Because like this, Asiwaju, my papa, wait, make I call you respectfully. Make I call you as you deserve her. Akobi ọmọ lodo ide. Ọmọ ni ko ye so. Jagaban gbogun fúnra ẹ̀. Irú mole tí ó ṣe mú fúnra ẹ̀. Ọmọ Àṣàbí. Ibu ọwọ́ Olúrẹ̀mí, ọkọ Olúrẹ̀mí kan ṣoṣo. See, Baba Jagaban, I want to thank you. You see this one where you do. Where we they shout, you don't prove to us say Nigeria is not Asiwaju and Sons. Now Lagos be Asiwaju and Co. Asiwaju and Sons, be Asiwaju and Associates Limited. This Nigeria, I don't talk about. It belongs to all of us. And you have proven to us that you are truly the father of the nation. See us with the para last week. Myself, I can't wonder. Like when you need supplier. You want marry Mary as second wife. Now you pardon her. I don't understand. You said they say they have signed clemency. Somebody was telling me, once the council of state has signed, it cannot be changed. Listen, we are the change in Nigeria. You watching this video, you are the change. Make I thank you too. Those of you who share, Facebook people, some come share video and why. Thank you. I have told you, Nigeria belongs to us, and we are the change. Now you have seen that we are part of the people that we make change. Now be everything Baba they see. You see all those people when Baba pack from Lagos go Abuja, the like of Uncle what they do, but Abayo Nonuga and Tinsi. Those ones see, one shenyo, they not go allow Baba to they feel our pain. So when we are partying, Baba go see on one way or the other. Asiwaju, you have done so well. You have proven to us that truly you are a president that truly desires change from Nigeria. Before you can't be like say you won't do that, Asiwaju and associate. Listen. It is not easy for a president to listen to the voice of the masses and change. So now, me, I shall know say I receive one strange call from presidency. I can't wonder say, where do they want to do? They want to arrest me. I don't cook ready. I don't go deep past Gary. And I can't do it yet. See, Asiwaju, I am the official advisor of President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu now. The first advice, official advice, where I won't give you, that time where I give you. See, I won't give you one advice. Before I give you that advice, Baba, when we dey para, make you know they worry, just listen to the content of the case. See, the thing where Senate, as Senate, they pad the budget. You know, say those ones. The thing where they supposed to do 2.5, do, then go send at 2.5 billion. Now, so we said they pad when we want to talk to you. We have to pad it very well, so that you know that it's paying us. So those insults, make you know they worry. It's like you are driving a padded Maybach. So make you know they worry for that one. We love our country. There's no other country. That's why we will do everything to make our country good. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, this one where you do, where you remove the name of some people from that clemency list. Don't waste money on trade. Sir, don't plan to rig election 2027. Don't bother to rig any election. The 2027 election, I can guarantee you, is going to be the cheapest election in Nigeria ever. Ask me why. You see those Eleribu governors where they can't threaten us for social media. You must deliver. You must vote for Asiwaju. No mind them, it's because of the money you are going to give them. Nobody can drag us to come and vote. The only thing that can make us to vote is when we see that we are seeing changes. And we don't then say rice don't come down. Then say dollar don't come down. Things are changing gradually. Baba, if you want to have a free and fair cheap election in 2027. Once you see that we are parrying on this social media, we are complaining, all those justice, chief justice, all those police, where they do like where they arrest people up and down, all those masses have not eaten, health centers are not functioning, insecurity here and there. Once you hear those complaints, Baba, just fix it. Once you fix it, nobody can force us to vote. We will only vote when we see change. And make a no lie. Make yourself no lie. Whether you are PDP or LP or APC or Shore party, change don't dey small. Make we just dey patient and let us continue to speak and shout. Let us continue to para for Asiwaju. If you para for Asiwaju, Asiwaju will listen. Asiwaju not say make anybody know his daughter. Because how can you want to release somebody who cut your husband plea? If not, you then cut him plea. Shall you will say that you pardon him? Let us say the truth. Otono le sa Nigeria dada. So Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, thank you. This one when you do, thank you. All those people, those governors, when they threaten us, they cannot deliver any votes. Especially Dapo, Eleribu. All of them, I call them anywhere benefits. If Baba say he won't go AD tomorrow, then go follow and go. It is not for our interest. Those governors don't have our interest at us. They are only jumping from one party to the other because of allocation. Then they do carry me Nigeria Enterprises. No mind them. No mind them. Before I forget, Akpabio, you see that policy on life imprisonment. Well, now won't do for people where they molest children. Make una do quicker. Now that one go guarantee to. I will personally campaign Shiere. If una do that one and they effect it immediately with immediate effect. Oh, make una leave that one. Make una leave 2027. Asiwaju, you will not spend 2.5 for 2027 election. We go come out and vote because once the president can fix what we want, it's exchanging. Give us what we want. We will give you our vote. All those ones where they threaten us. You want drag us? What? Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Ibu owo ko Oluremi, you don't do well. She mama, you don't come back from Qatar. Mama, make you help us pound pounded yam. Cut vegetable for your garden. Give Asiwaju correct food. Give am correct knacking. This one what you do, you deserve correct knacking. Bagu fure, money ko yeso. Baba won, who be them? Owo baba Seyi. Nigerians, you are the father of our nation. Don't worry yourself. Could I do like this? Just be listening to us when we are shouting. This shouting self, easy. Some people don't give up for this country. We will never give up. So when we dey para, Asiwaju, make you they listen. Make you put one loud for your side. Put shank banner for your side. Make you listen to us. Make you action. Now action we need. So am I right on law? Emi yagun. Asiwaju emi yagun. Oh, toju aye mole aye oni toju e mole. And to ba ni ko ma ri se ohun gangan ni o ni ri se. Àwọn tó ń gbèrò láti ilé people wey wan overthrow you. Make una leave this man. I don't tell una before say na only this man go fix this country. If una command this man, make una send Nigeria for Chinese people. You know hard.
Nepotism. Do you know the meaning of nepotism? Government of relative by friends, for friends and for associates. Nigerian government now, Tinubu is desperate for second term. Do you know how desperate he is? He is now working under what they call nepotism. I'll give you the meaning of nepotism here. AIG, Inspector General of Police, Yoruba. DSS, Yoruba. Finance, Yoruba. Chief of Staff, Yoruba. Chief of Defense Staff, Yoruba. Nepo. Civil Defense, Yoruba. He's trying to guide himself so nobody takes power from him. So he put his tribe, which is Yoruba. I'm Yoruba. But nepotism, Buhari tried it too. He put all these people, DSS, SSS, EFCC, Yoruba, CBN governor, Yoruba. Nepotism. They think of their associate, their tribesmen, to get that power. And Ekiti government, they are aware. I've done 87 videos to show the guys not working. But because of nepotism, Nepal, they want everything to them. Everything Yoruba, finance Yoruba, Cardozo, CBN governor Yoruba, everything Yoruba, just to secure themselves. Nepal is very bad. Nepotism. Buhari did it. That's why we didn't grow for 8 years. Tinubu is doing it now because he won second time. Nepotism. Yorubas there, they're doing nothing. What is the FCC doing? IG is only arresting Showore. What are they doing? All of them. Attorney General, Yoruba. Accountant General, Yoruba. Nepal. They are desperate for second time. But Ekiti people, relax your mind.
All right, guys. That's all I have for you guys today. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all. Yes, nepotism is currently going on. Not between Tinubu started anyway. It happens in the Buhari's tenure throughout. So yeah, Fulani people were taking. They were actually ruling the country. You know, so yeah, Tinubu is doing it. I'm not justifying it. What is wrong. But if you did not complain then, and you complain now, I don't know what you will call yourself. You know, so let's always stand against whatever that is wrong. You know, thank you very much, my people. Help us to press on the like, help us to share our videos. Press on the dollar sign if you can. Encourage what we do here today. We are going to start talking right now. Then we'll take it from here. Thank you very much, everyone, right there. Yes, that means they put up for screen just now. You see her for there. All the Yoruba people that's in power with Bola.
And just leave her like this. Just leave her, not come out her. Just leave her there. Not come out her at all. Just leave her like that.
Okay. All right, no problem. Hold on, let me take this call. Thank you, Oga Simon, for calling in. Good evening to you, sir. Talk to us, sir. Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you, Oga Simon.
I just get a few words. That woman we talk just now. Say me give Tinubu down below or hopefully. In what kid the old man for us? But we not thought that Tinubu not old now. If they make it go give and down below all this, they all do small things. The women they all the chat say don't do. All this in our politics, so for me, say Tinubu they listen to people. Not be now, not be who they work on, not be who people opposition. We don't that all those ministers so people on that they tell us to do what to do. Tinubu know they get that to this social media as I talked before. What about the old northern people? Where they destroy Nigeria? Where they negotiate with them for all this kidnapping, all this bandit, all this they make Nigeria they hot. Why did they free them? So now see all this in our politics. Just small thing now Nigeria they shall say this one. For me, for we all this way Tinubu they do so now just 2027 now get the one for. After I don't win for 2027, we don't ring up. The one Nigeria go, the one Nigeria will go through. They not go believe their eye go see their nyash for back. So as for Edo State, I think they say they want who sabi use by rotative money, who sabi go fees by to change say go school. About you go school as to do everything finish now. Last we want come out, they turn everything. All those investment we turn nine get those investment too. Those hotel and those other this is now basically investment down so. So made they investigate to make they prove out this is the solution are true. People they say they no go school and they won't prove out so. Thank you, Ghana. I agree with you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I'm going to give opportunity for my panelists to take this through. Thank you, you all right there. Nobody buy me coffee today. If you can press on the dollar sign, you can buy me a coffee. But before that, I have someone else on the phone already. Thank you very much, sir. Good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Good evening, Mr. Naija Watch.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon to all your panel and Mama Diaspora. I greet you. God bless you all for what you're doing. God continue to bless you. My take is on Liberal Oshoma and Tete. Yeah, they might have a good point as well. They have been analysts, they've been talking. But at the same time, I want them to channel their, people are hearing them. I would have loved them to channel their discussion on electoral reform. They should keep on shouting. It's not about pardon. The pardon is politically because people shouted because of the criminals that he pardoned, like drugs. He's part of the drugs cartel. We know that the president is part of the drug cartels. Maybe he released some of his members. At the same time, people shouted and he still want to, go back and say, okay, I will not touch them. But who knows what will happen with when we are not, at the rear. We wouldn't know what is happening. But I would have loved Tete and Oshoma to channel their energy in electoral reform. Let them keep on shouting on that area. Maybe their voice will be known. Maybe their voice will go as far as, encouraging others to, the way you're shouting, the way you've been coming here, to talk to Nigerians. And we are hearing you. We are also, communicating this this talk that you have been giving to us, these positive talks, to some of our brothers and sisters back home. So that is my own take on the area of I can't remember, but I was thinking of something else, but I can't remember, Mr. Elvis. Well, I think I forgot it. Maybe I will call back. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
God bless you.
Thank you, sir. God bless you too. All right, guys, I appreciate you all. Let's move on. I'd like us to hear from my people, Mr. Jonathan, Black Panther, our Dream Nation. Let's talk amongst ourselves. Because now we don't have too much traffic. There's no need of giving people 8 minutes. So I'd like us to start with Black Panther. Anybody else cannot call me on this discussion. Black Panther, you have the floor.
My brother. God will bless you.
Yes.
It is a very great thing you are doing. And I would want to say one thing. The prayer that people have prayed for you, that is not contrary to the will of God upon you, those prayers will come to pass in Jesus' mighty name. You see, it is not common to see people like you that is so consistent. Even in his consistent, people provoke you, but you kept that thing going on. You kept it going on. You don't listen to side talk, but you listen to the voice of wisdom. You listen to your parent that brought you up in the way of the Lord to speak on the right thing at all times and be wise in the things of men that moves around you. God will bless you in abundance. I want to say to mommy, I thank you very much. You have done a great job, and God will know nothing but to bless you. It is too late for God not to bless you. It is just too late. His word has gone before you. It has gone. He cannot retrieve his word back again. Because he said, I honor my word above my name. He has honored his word upon your life, mommy. There's no going back. God will increase the grace upon you in Jesus' mighty name. And to my viewers, this fight we are fighting,
amen,
it's not a fight that will be thrown on the floor. The Bible said, put down your petition. Go round it. Go round it with prayers. Our petition is on the throne of grace, and we are going round it. No matter what they do, they cannot impress us until we get to the promised land. No matter what they do, they cannot impress us. The Bible also says, it said the devil goes around looking for whom to devour. Whom to devour? He came to steal. He came to kill and dismay and neutralize us against, make us to go against the doctrine of the living God, the creator of the heaven and earth. And I will say, from this angle, I will argue my point out. I want to thank every viewer over there. You see, I will not, even the devil is very intelligent, very smart too. He almost outsmart Jesus Christ on that mountain. That's to show he's very intelligent and smart too. It is the same thing. A drug dealer is very intelligent and smart. We are looking at it from one angle, but we are not looking at it from this angle. I would say it's commendable. It's commendable. My spirit man said I shouldn't go into the constitution now. That one will be later. It is commendable to us. But when you critically analyze what he's doing, our voice was an impact, yes. But why is our voice not an impact in some key areas we have been speaking on? Does it mean that the president is selective, or does it mean that the president is trying to create a CV for himself? I'm coming from somewhere. You know, the pressure is coming from every international wing now. International wing is very strong, and they can read the conclusion. But what is he trying to do? He's trying to build up his CV. Now, I look at it from an angle whereby, is he trying to create something and make us jump into it? Like what that madam is doing. He said, I will support this Tinubu I will join APC for this side. Is he trying to create something so that we'll jump into it? Is he trying to create a triangle so that we'll jump into it? Because remember, he's very intelligent. Now, you see, the presidency knows about that list. But our president, Nigeria is not a country. That is why we cannot trust an entity and in an enclave like what we have now. We cannot trust them. It has been long they've been doing all this. But when it comes to a smart drug baron, there is nothing he will do in the presidency that he will not talk on it and he will not give order on it. It is virtually impossible. Other presidents might do it, but this one has a uniqueness in it. Look, that man, the president, he knows about that list. He decided to create an atmosphere where people will see him trying to reverse it because he's trying to paint a picture and create a CD for himself. That the voice of the people matters, but our voice does not matter when it comes to electoral law. Our voice does not matter when it comes to giving us electricity, when it comes to giving us a good economy, when it comes to when we speak out, when you use about $30 billion for the refinery, and yet the refineries are not working. Our voice does not matter. But our voice matter when you create an atmosphere, something you can easily reverse, because the totality of our surviving in this country is in your hand. That is how powerful you are. You did that. I won't go into the constitutionality of it, but I want to picture it because you are very smart in putting us in a pool so that we cannot do what? Paint your CV to the outside world. That is what you are trying to do. I get it very clear. That's what you're trying to do. Yes, people say it's commendable. But the seal of the president, after setting a man free, what about if the so-called correctional officers have allowed them to go? Which law will bring them back? Because you are trying to do the work of the judiciary. That is right from the first man that argued it out. That is the job of the judiciary, because you got to go to court to reverse it. If those guys are gone, how will you retrieve them back? Now, the picture has been painted. People will now say, oh, Tinubu is hearing us, but he does not listen to us. In what we make this country a formidable force in the outside world. He does not listen to us, that we have cried enough, and many souls has gone onto 6 feet for Nigeria to have a constitution that we all can be proud of. He does not listen to us, that there is crisis in the north and Christians are being named up. We have all the facts. We have all the facts. Where is the seal now? And the commander-in-chief power to order them that all those people that have been displaced, that have been taken out of their ancestral land, let them go back. Where is that presidential authority on that issue? There are things that are very, very important. We don't joke with the soul of every Nigerian. You don't play politics with it. You can play politics with prisoners that they condemn, but you don't play politics with the existing life that have the freedom to live. And they are hoping on the presidency to do something about their existence. But the president kept quiet. But now he can cajole us. Yes, we spoke. We have been speaking on everything that we want right in this country. Why is it that it is this one that he has to make an authority to swap? Oh, you want to put us in a pool? We ain't going to fall in that pool. But we say, as we normally say, we say thank you for even listening to us. But you are trying to put us in a pool. And that pool, we that are wise, we that think critically, I am trying to say this, that the president is trying to create a CD for himself, so that that law, the CPC law, will not come into place. He has started creating a CD. The next one we are going to is going somewhere. And I'm very sure by the time, in 2-3 in a month's time or a week time, they will come out with another playbook. And that playbook will make all of us to clap very well for him, so that the outside world will hear, oh, he's trying to work on us so that we can speak. Oh, please, don't put that CPC law. That is what he's trying to do. Look at the list out here. Look at the list. When I say Nigeria is not a country, you think I am joking? Look from number 1 to number 19. Just look at it. Is this a country? We call it nepotism. We call it tribalism. Is this a country? Is this one not frightening? To us, I am scared. This one is frightening. What this list has done, it has broken Nigeria into fragments. What this list has done, it has even broken us to the extent that the politicians don't want to reverse, and they are toying with the life of every Nigerian. For this list, any president that comes, whether it's from the Fulani, whether it's from the Kanuri, if he brings all from number 1 to number 30, because it's going to be extended, to number 30, let nobody come and say, oh, it's nepotism, it's tribalism. If you cannot stand now to say your country is not a country and we should stand for constitution, for a new constitution, then you should be ready to be smeared for you're ready to be smeared down by this politician. This is very frightening. When you put one particular tribe to control a multi-ethnic group nations in a geographical location, this is what we call it is more than crisis what he has created. Oh, he wants to guide himself. Then the question is, who wants to take you down if you are doing the right thing? Are you going to fight for yourself, or the people will rise up against the people that are going to fight you? It is the people that fight for president. It is the people that fight for the number 1 citizen of any country. Because when he's doing good things, when he's restructuring the nation, that an average man, a commoner, can become the president of Nigeria, yes, that is the time we will stand up and say, the presidency, we have a system and he's doing the right thing. For this is just a piecemeal from the master table that they are giving to us to chew. We have been speaking. Now they are trying to take advantage of our voices that is positive to the outside world. Like I said, the presidency is trying to create a CV for himself so that it can be able to present when they walk their way down to the White House. Because presently they are trying to have a space to come to the White House and present a paper for the president of the United States of America. That is the link road. That is the link road. That is the link road. We should not be moved, because the foundation of this country has to be done before every one of us can say, yes, we the people have spoken. If you cannot listen to us on that part, if you cannot listen to us on security, if you cannot listen to us on electoral law, damn this thing that he has listened to. Damn it. It cannot provide food. It cannot reduce our gas. It cannot reduce everything that is being sold at an exorbitant price for an average human being. They have reduced Nigeria to a day. A Nigerian man cannot even eat one square meal a day. And we are celebrating what? That is committing life, that has committed crime against you and I. Yes, he has listened to us. Thank you, but I cannot be cajoled by it. We need to set this country on a good trajectory so that we all can beat our chest, so that diasporas can come back and bring billions of dollars to build our states. I'd like to go to Edo State. You can see all those rats and rabbits that call themselves supporters of idiocy, PDP and APC, a very notorious, satanic, and a terrorist organization be put upon them by the Canadian Justice Department. We all told you that Obaseki is something else from another planet. I told you yesterday that he cannot enter Nigeria. He cannot enter Edo State, Benin. You see what he did? He paid 30 billion into an investment not being owned by the Edolites. It's being owned by him. He now turned around because he knows that he would have his way for his boy to take Asue Godalo to take power. You cannot see the cover up Asue Godalo would have done 30 billion naira against 20 billion naira of what of the erosion control system they would have done. He has increased it to 30 billion that he has stolen. You all can see now that we are against Asue Godalo. The reason is this. The reason we are against Asue Godalo is this: what you have seen, 30 billion against the water project that they would have done, which is even less. He has increased his own stealing with 30 billion, and he has owned everything. And the present government refused to question him. Do you need to go through any long process to know that he has stolen the money? Then you now invest. A man now invested 10 billion against 30 billion the government invested. They will come to us and say, oh, we reinvested it by paper. We reinvest that money by paper. Let us see where 30 billion. A 30 billion will come into the economy of Edo State. An average person, the market woman is not feeling it. You can see how satanism has gone into the Edo life. Like I said, the end of rotational presidency in Edo State, it has come to stay. And I'll keep on preaching it. We need the best. If it will come from the Benin, let it be so. We need the best. If it will come from the northern part of Benin, northern part of Edo State, we need the best. And we need the best. And the criteria is that you must love the people. You must love us as one. Whether we are from Esa, whether we are from any tribe in Benin, we all belong to one group. We are the Edolites. We need the best, and education qualification will still be the paramount thing we use. But the most important thing is for them to show how loving they love the people. This time, we are going to sign a contract with them, not by talk. We are going to put it on tablet. That is why I said the diasporans, we should all come together and have a conference of all the Edolites so that we will draft what we want in our state. We need to be involved. We need to be on ground. We need to sponsor people that will go ravaging everywhere in Edo State. Edo State must develop. This is an eyesore. A state that is any more than most states in the East. Look at how it is. We don't have good primary school. We don't have good educational system. Cultism has ravaged the entire Edo State. You think it has died? It hasn't died yet. Let the campaign start. You will see how cultism will rise again. They use them to campaign. In they are saying that they should stop cultism. It's just for campaign purposes. Look at what the Edo State governor is doing. The whole list from 1 to 10, 15 is from its own side of the state. You can now see that we are not practicing what we say we are practicing.
Please round up.
I will round up with this. Let us not be defocused. Let us be focused on the main goal to see Nigeria become a country where an Hausa man, a Yoruba man, an Efik man, the lowest of all the lowest, can aspire to become who he wants to become, because it is the sovereignty of the nation belongs to the people. If we don't agree on that, then Nigeria should split. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Black Panther. I think we spent 18, 19 minutes. Well spent. Thank you. I greet you. Thank you for your submission. And I greet Mr. Elvis. Thank you. God bless you. You're welcome once again. And,
thank you, Mr. Jonathan. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Alabo, I greet you. God bless you. And Mommy Diaspora, good evening. Once again, you're welcome. God bless you greatly. And all my fellow commenters and callers, I greet everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Jonathan. God bless you.
God bless you abundantly. You are welcome. You see, I will just take on two subjects alone, on the pardon list and the confirmation of the service chiefs. Yeah, the service chiefs. Those are the two areas I want to speak on. See, on pardon, this presidential pardon thing, for me, the fundamental question that we must ask if we want to be true to ourselves is this: did Mr. Tinubu, the president, did he know, or did he at any point review the list before that list was signed by him? Did he review it at all? My answer to that is that he may have reviewed it, and perhaps he didn't even review it at all. They just brought it to his desk, and he's been staying there, and somebody will go and remind him, Mr. President, you have not signed this. And one day we'll just say, let me just sign it and just go. I'm talking from my own experience, and I will give a very practical experience that will match what we have here. Sometimes ago, 2010 to be precise, I had a project with one of the states in Nigeria, in Cross River State. And I sat down with the governor of the state then, Leah Imoke, with his team. And the state attorney general was sitting. And they brought the document, the agreement we are to sign. The attorney general brought the document, which Imoke, the governor, have not seen it. I just want to tell you how the system works. And this is comparing apple with apple. And they put the document on the table, about 32-page document. And Imoke asked the attorney general, should I go ahead and sign? He said it. I didn't even know it was that day that maybe he realized that I'm from the Southwest. I speak Yoruba, and he speaks Yoruba fluently. And he said it in Yoruba to his attorney general. I knew that his attorney general also speaks Yoruba. And he asked him in Yoruba language, should I sign? The attorney general said, sir, please go ahead and sign. And he just went to the last page of that document. The second to the last page of that document, and just signed straight away. And then the attorney general signed. And that was it. So if I bring this experience to what we have here now, I can say it to a very large degree, to a very large extent, Mr. Tinubu did not see the list. This is the pardon system. Don't forget. They pad the budget in Nigeria. The pardon list, this list is also padded. The refinery maintenance that they have spent over $20 billion on is all padded. Appointments are padded in Nigeria. They even appoint dead people that are dead, and then they realize that, which means that the president, somebody that is the favorite of someone, everybody will bring their own list, their own names. And they brought it to him, and they prepare all the document. To give you a sense of it, that is why it is important to have a president, a leader that has the mental capacity. Because I can tell you for free, a president on a given day, averagely on a given day, the president will read at least 500-page document. Who has that capacity? Do you know what it is to read a 500-page on a given day? If not on a given day, the president will say, okay, I do this 2 or 3 times in a week. That is a fact. The kind of document that will come to his table that he will have to read. That is why he relies on people that he trusts, trusted people that will just say, should I go ahead and sign? Because I can't go through all these things. We have discussed it. So for me, I'm not really particular about it so much as, appointing people from one section of the country. Nigeria is flawed. If you want to solve that problem, split the damn country. This problem of nepotism or whatever you call it, it cannot go away. To be a wishful thinking, it can't go away in your widest imagination. It will never. In fact, it will be deepened. Each and every one that will come in will be so emboldened. Yes, this is 19 or more. You even see, with time will come, the entire structure will be from that one section of the country. The only constitution cannot solve this one, because there's no constitution that will say the president of the country must appoint this from this region. No. What matters is to find qualified and competent people and people with integrity. If the leader of the country knows that, okay, all the people, first of all, people that you trust, that's the fundamental thing. That's key. You want people that you trust. That's one. And if the people that I trust are in this section or from this section of the country, so be it, as long as they are qualified and competent with high degree of integrity, accountability, and responsibility. So be it. I don't care. The only problem is that they appoint mediocres, they appoint outright illiterates to all these positions. And you can go on and on and on. How will Cardozo be manning our central bank today? People are saying it's a Yoruba man. Leave that aside. How? A man that has manned three banks, all failed. Failed banks, grounded. And you still, that says it all. He's not supposed to be there. Is it Matawale, who is the state minister for defense? What is he doing there? What the heck is that man doing? Does he have to do with anything, intelligence or security? That is the state where we are. If you want to solve the problem, split the damn country. This very problem of nepotism. Split the country. We want to split it into 3 or 4. Let everybody go. Constitution cannot solve this one. Yes. But what is more important, this is what we have right now. What we need is men and women of integrity, of accountability to man sensitive positions. That's what we need. That is more, I believe that is more important. And on Frank Tete, I disagree with him in his entirety, in his submission on this one. Completely disagree with him. It is the president and the president alone who has the power to review. He can go back and review. Yes. And he's trying to play this legal stuff on us. You think we're fools? Yeah, well, please don't misrepresent that. Then it becomes it has left the executive branch. Then it becomes a judicial. The same man. You are in the same palace, the same legal palace. Liberos Oshoma gave a complete, different or contradictory opinion of your own opinion, and he applauded Mr. Tinubu for that. There is nothing wrong in a president. A president can go back, and then the idea that the correctional system, because I heard something like that earlier, I believe from Mr. Black Panther, if the correctional people, it doesn't work like that. It's a bureaucracy. there's this red tape. If they announce it today, those people will still be there for the next 2 weeks. You have to complete all the paperwork. They don't just release it and then the next morning. That's not how our system works in Nigeria. If you have dealt with government before, the president signed on your check today does not mean that you will run to the Federal Ministry of Finance and pick up the check. You will still do for the next week, you will days. So I believe that government has to lead and react. It is both. It is not either or. It is the government must govern, must lead, and the government must also react. But the only problem we have in Nigeria is that they only react to whenever it suits their whims and caprices, when it favors them, when they feel comfortable that politically they play politics at the detriment of the Nigerian people. That is where the problem is. Who says Tinubu could not reverse fuel subsidy? Who said Tinubu could not reverse electricity tariff? Who said Tinubu could not reverse Lagos-Calabar highway despite all the public outcry? Who says so? Him and him alone call his people, spearhead the whole process and say, I'm not doing this again. It's my government. There is nothing like the president cannot go back and review. He can go back and review, except it has been completely executed. Is it not in Nigeria? What are people even talking, self? Is it not in Nigeria that the court discharged and acquitted somebody? In that same court, they rearrest the person again. They don't even allow the person to go. And there has been so many legal opinions that is total violation of the rule of law. The person must go. If you want to rearrest him, they will rearrest right there and then inside the court. That is the judiciary. So the judiciary, they can use the legal system to quickly review. But the president with the executive powers cannot review. Well, what the heck? He can review, man. He can review over and over again. He can call back. But the issue on this one is that I can say for a fact, based on my own personal experience, that I don't think Mr. Tinubu even went through this document at all. They gave it to him and people have lobbied. Don't be surprised. People have even paid money to get some names into that list. Promises have been made. People have paid money to get names into that list, and they will use their influence to go and lobby the president, Mr. Tinubu. Now, he will not even read the whole thing. He will just sign off on it. And they quickly make the press release. So that is just unfortunate. And finally, let me just say this for a minute or two, and I will let my panelists speak on these service chiefs. This is just so disgraceful, and they take Nigerians for a ride. So disgraceful. I heard these service chiefs, both of them, the new one, Oloyede, that's what I started earlier. I said you need competent people. They don't necessarily have to be from your side. But as long as there are people that you can trust. This one now, it is one thing for Mr. Tinubu to trust him, the new chief of defense staff. It is one thing for Mr. Tinubu to trust him. It is another thing for this man to be capable. It is complete. Those are two different things entirely. This one is not capable right from the get-go. He said they will need adequate resources. Mr. Oloyede or General Oloyede, which adequate resources are you talking about now? Which resources are you talking about? Now you have laid the carpet now, laid the foundation to part the budget for you. So that by next month now, you people will quickly, or December, make no mistake about it, they will come supplementary budget ahead of the new budget for 2026 so that they can add. You want your own. You want to eat your own because all the one for 2025, it was the former CDS. That one don't go with them. You want your own. This is nonsense. This is stupidity. You are mediocre. You cannot. It has shown to us that you can't do nothing. You cannot get the insecurity problem away from Nigeria. You are standing there, confirmation, and you are saying we need, despite the trillions of naira, the defense get the highest allocation in this 2025 budget because of insecurity. People have turned it to an industry. That ministry alone got over 1.5 trillion. 2025 budget, the highest, and you said it's not enough. What you have been given, we have not seen the result.
Now,
yes, he's asking for
the one with Jonathan got take like $3 billion.
Okay, this is sickening. We already know now. If you are there, you are thinking that this one is going to solve insecurity problem. You are on your own. Nigerians, you are just on your own. God will help all of us. This one can't do anything. To make matter worse, his counterpart from the Navy, that one came and had subtle injury. He said what they call it now, de-radicalization is a good thing. Meaning that signing accord with Boko Haram and all the terrorists is a good thing. That means that process, they have not learned anything. He said de-radicalization is a good thing. Just look at the line they want to toe. They've already set the template. Nothing will change. They will continue to pardon Boko Haram terrorists. They will continue to bring them into the mainstream of the Nigerian military and intelligence. Nothing will change. So expect nothing from this new set of people. It is not about solving the insecurity problem. It is just about bringing people that if Mr. Tinubu believes he will feel comfortable, people that will not betray him. That's all. It has got nothing to do with Nigerians. So unfortunate. So unfortunate. I'll leave it there so that my brother can take it over. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Okay, Jonathan.
Yeah.
Like I told you, GEJ, Chief of Defense, Chief of the one in charge of the defense, stole $3 billion US.
The one that just left. You mean the one that just
left? No, Dasuki.
Oh, Dasuki. Of course. Now that one is
$3 billion US.
My brother,
nothing was done.
Nothing was. They don't share that one. This one, Christopher Musa, the former Chief of Defense Staff, let him come out and tell Nigerians what he did with the 2025 budget as of today. And this one still has the audacity telling that one alone is enough to strike him off. Just get him off. He shouldn't.
They want to chop their own now. After this one, they will retire now.
With adequate resources. All the senators are happy now because they will part the budget. He will bring it and they will add their own to it. That is just how it works.
They want to add their money. Then because it's after this political appointment, he will resign. Every defense person. That's why I said I asked this our brother that day. What is his name? That one that cannot say where it comes from. I said, tell me the defense policy, the mechanism of the Nigerian military. He couldn't say it because we don't have. Anybody will just come, throw budget, then they will carry the money and give to him, give to the Minister of Defense. That will carry the money and start sharing and buy whatever he want to buy. The Tucano jet, that Tucano jet, is a surveillance jet, it's a surveillance helicopter. All over the world, it's a surveillance helicopter. I mean, jet. It's not even a jet set. It's a propeller jet. It's for surveillance, like to survey and track all this Boko Haram before the main fighter jet will come in. It's just a surface monitoring aircraft now. It's driven by propeller now. It can easily be shut down. And they are telling us nonsense. An aircraft that cannot go more than 5,000 feet that they can shoot down.
Yes.
You are buying that for a country.
For a country, and so to fight insurgency for that.
And you have drones that you can use to detect them. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you, Black Panther. Mr. Jonathan, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Black Panther, good evening. God bless you. I know you disagree with this learned barrister, Frank Keke.
Frank Keke is a good guy. I like him, but on this one, I just disagree with him.
But I don't see anything with what you explained. He wasn't wrong with his point he's giving. It's looking at the constitution. You know, our laws always have this lacuna, some spaces which even the judges will give their judgment, they will leave a space open. Our constitution only gives the president that derogative power to pardon, but there is no space for reversal. There is no way he has given them, because the reversal aspect of it might be for the legal one, for the court to give that verdict. But looking at our constitution, in section 175, if you read through, there is that power for presidents for pardon and go through the process of review, which will come to the state council, former president, and key people, Senate president, former governors, and I think former governors or current governors will come. So key people will come and sit down and look at those things before the president will sign it, and it will now release to the public. So this is what happened. All these things went through this process. But because the country, people raised alarm and said, no, this cannot stand. How can you bring this kind of people? The president, because this one now is going to leave a room for a lot of legal tussle. I'm telling you, the people the presidency have given pardon already, they are free. According to our law, they are free. They cannot be tried again. That is what our constitution said. So if the president is going back, is he a judge? Is he a lawyer? On whose constitution is he giving the revisal? So it's not there in our law. So that is what Frank Tete is stressing out to. So, okay, with this kind of thing, he has taken. Because that stamp of a president is authority of you and me. So when he said these people are free with that power they have given to him, there was no room given to him for any reversal. So that is the area which he was talking about.
Why do you want Tinubu to reverse the Lagos-Calabar highway? Why do you want Tinubu to reverse
those ones are different things.
Those ones are economic policies. You can refer to
policy. We are talking about
please don't make mockery of us here. Please. Don't make mockery of us here. I ask you a question now. You just bail out.
It's the one that, look, you cannot compare putting immunity with economic policies.
Oh my God.
You cannot compare it.
Mr. Jonathan, before Tinubu gave a contract, did he consult the state council? Before Tinubu can sign any policy he's doing, does he need to conduct? This one, our constitution gives this room.
Do you think that the president can just wake up tomorrow?
No. He do.
Mr. Alabo, do you think that as crooked, as I always say, as crooked as the Nigerian constitution is, and as crooked as the Nigerian leaders are, do you think that the president can just wake up tomorrow morning and say he wants to spend 1 billion naira, just 1 billion naira? I'm not talking of 1 billion naira. Say he wants to spend 1 billion naira without going through the red tape. Do you think so?
The poly process he need to do now is requesting for how many billion with our oil money to take it to borrow.
See, I'm telling you that
Mr. Jonathan, Mr. President have that power for the executive
No,
to
he has.
prepare their
It's
budget.
not that he has the. See,
Yeah, that
he
is
has
the
the
power
power,
given
but
to him.
he
But
still has to go through.
there are some
Do
things
you
that
know
need
that?
to
Do
go
you know
through
that?
that has to
See,
go through the council. There are some things that the constitution made it that it has to go through the council, like nomination of INEC and all of those things. It goes through the council.
Okay, let me ask Jonathan this question. Let me ask this question. Sorry. If the Supreme Court make a judgment, do they have the power to reverse it?
They don't have.
yes,
They
now.
don't have.
Yes,
Thank you,
yes,
my
yes,
brother.
yes.
They don't have the power.
There is. You people, please. Okay, let me say this.
Give me antecedent. Give me one.
That's very good. There's what we call the judicial review. Even the Supreme Court. Do you read Dele Farotimi's book, Nigeria and its Criminal Justice System? When the Supreme Court had made a judgment on that case, the case on that particular book, they went back again, which they can do. But the problem with that was that it was cooked up. Right? The Supreme Court have the right. There's what we call it's called judicial review. They can come back.
Oga Jonathan, yes. Oga Jonathan, yes. Nigeria is a crooked country. Nowhere in the world that Supreme Court reverses its judgment. Nowhere, even in America.
Even in the United States now, don't say that.
They know they reverse for years.
No.
The Supreme Court reverses. The Supreme Court can reverse now.
If you cannot review a judgment on a case,
you can do. See, let me tell you. Okay,
they call them Supreme. Why did they call them Supreme Court?
You live in United States. Under this present administration, this Trump government, please, if you are conversant with the political issues going on day to day in United States, please, you should be able to give us 2 instances that the Supreme Court.
I don't get anything where I can give you. I don't get
under Donald Trump that they have reversed.
Now, which one they reversed?
Contentious that you cannot say you don't know.
They never reversed anything for him. They rather what they did was to give him the increase in power. Nice people give him. They are finding it hard now to reverse that thing. That's what the Senate is talking about.
And the only thing he came back to do, which Joe Biden did before
what happened? Please, what happened? That one I disagree with you. It's like I disagree with you, and I'm a little bit disappointed that you don't know that. What about the case of the abortion case in the United States?
The abortion case?
Yes. What about the abortion law?
The abortion case, the Supreme Court said the state. He gave power to the state.
What
he did
about
not.
The Roe v. Wade?
The Roe v. Wade.
What did the Supreme Court did?
The Roe v. Wade was. Look, wait. Let me tell you. The Roe v. Wade was a law promulgated by the House. They didn't give it to. They don't need to pass through Supreme Court. Supreme Court now did what? Make a judgment on it.
For the sake of argument, let's leave it. You don't know. I don't
want to I don't know.
If you're saying this on this one, it will be a waste of my time.
No.
To argue this with you.
Okay, what I have said, there.
Take it that you don't know.
What I have said. Go look. Let Nigeria watch.
I agree with
you. Gulam.
This Roe v. Wade that you are saying this. I leave it. I don't want to talk it.
The Supreme Court didn't make any law Roe v. Wade now.
Okay, allow me to make my
finish now. Of the story, you don't have clue about it. You are saying
Jonathan.
Mr. Jonathan, don't you understand me? The Supreme Court didn't make the law. They didn't make the law now.
Yeah, this one you are talking about as something of the lawmakers and the executives.
They only gave a judgment of saying that law has grown its usefulness. That the state should have power because of the federal system.
So what do you call what the state should have is power for you? So the Supreme Court gave a judgment in 1974, I believe in 1974, 73 or 74, 75, the Roe v. Wade, that abortion in United States is legal.
because they came through the house.
Wait. The same. No. This is the Supreme Court. It was
Oga Jonathan, go read them, I beg. No listen to press. It came through the house. The law came through the house.
I've said that. Let's leave it. There's no need to argue about it.
I read about this thing way now.
It would be a waste of time to even,
Mr. Jonathan,
even be talking about it with you.
Mr. Jonathan,
for me to go and read it, something that I
why do you call them the lawmakers?
Eh?
Why do you call them lawmakers? If those ones can come now, like what President Tinubu, what he did now, President Tinubu come back to the State Council before the reversal. He made it himself decision to say he has reversed this. Before you took this decision, there was a State Council of meeting to inform that this is the thing, and they consent to this. Now on your own, you reverse it.
How could you be so sure that there was no consultation with those people too before?
Where did you see the consultation? Do they sit
in a corrupt system? Okay, Jonathan, how you talk like this now?
Now,
no, I want to toe your line because
what you are saying,
I'm asking you now that you said at the beginning that I can also tell you that there was no consultation with all those states apparatus that you are talking about in the first.
They did it now. There was
council of
people know about this thing. You know,
check now. There was council of this thing.
So, but there was no consultation for the reversal, but there was consultation before the decision was made. That's what you are saying.
They did that. Now, Mr. Jonathan, look at what you are arguing now. The same you are telling us about making references to the abortion law in the US. Now I'm taking you back. Those ones went through the lawmakers, the House, it went through the Senate again for discussion.
That was not the law. That was not the law that came from the executive.
Mr. Jonathan, I'm coming.
Don't let us go there.
If you say President Tinubu has the right to, if you say President Tinubu has the right to revise it,
and it will
did
take
he
us
take
away
this thing
from
back to the lawmakers to say, okay, that is the point of a Franchete, what his argument is. That is not a job.
You don't know what to have. You see, let me say this. Don't compare the Nigerian case with that of the
you are the one that brought US into this. We are talking about Nigeria.
It doesn't even, it is like comparing Apple and
but you are the one that brought in US.
You said what?
You are the one that brought in the US issue.
No, I brought in US because of what is said that
but you don't want us to compare
the judiciary. I brought it when it was I bought it when it was appropriate.
You see, Oga Jonathan, so I'm not going to argue anything that the president has done.
You don't want us to use it. Okay,
I'm not
going to move on with my submission. Okay, please allow me. Thank you, sir. So, Frank Tiete's argument is President Tinubu does not have that power. The power was given to him only to pardon, not to reverse. So for him to have done that, he would have gone through his attorney general for it to bring it back. So our senator can look at this to amend the constitution on that area. He has a way of manipulating this thing. Then he will not have that power to reverse it. So when you make mistake trying to do it, you will cause a lot of a lot of judicial problem. Now, if those guys take the presidency to court, they can go. They have every right now to challenge this. I am free. You have pardoned me. The constitution does not give you the power. So we don't want all this litigation again to start with a court of all these ones. He has pardoned them. No reversal. That is what that guy is saying. So if there is anything to do, let him follow due process. Go back to the court. Go back to the State Council through your attorney. They can take the case now to Supreme Court to interpret. That is how to do things. But we always want to do our president to overuse their power. The power you don't have, the constitution does not back you. You just come to do. So talking about contract, bringing contract of a highway, those ones are executive stuff they just do. You plan what you want to do, the execution of your project. We have the procurement system. It goes through those processes. They do the bidding, anything that went through. If there is anything that goes wrong in there, then somebody can challenge in court And those people that did those malpractice, if the procurement or the bidding process was not transparent, people can challenge those ones. So what they only do, they do because they put this thing in our budget and the National Assembly have approved them. They have passed those things. So the awarding of a contract is different thing entirely from this one. It's because Nigeria stood up and said no. How come, like me, I said a lot of things. I say, because I wonder why the drug barons will make the highest of that list. I wonder, that is what I was arguing about. That was what I was arguing about. How can our president is being accused in the United States of profiting a lot of money, over 400 or something, $60 to the United States government on what? On narcotic, on this drug same issue. That same president is giving priority to drug addicts and drug barons in Nigeria, really giving them pardon. So it's called for a lot of questions about our president. So people rose up, people talk, people condemn those processes. Then you now going to bring a character of somebody since a colonial master. Them you brought in what is his name about Macaulay to say you are giving them pardon. Was he a criminal? You adding them to criminal people that you put and people who do. So Nigeria spoke out, and because of that outcry of Nigerians, they now sit up, and the only thing to do is to go and do it on illegality. Taking this process now is doing something that is unconstitutional. That is the area of the argument of Frank Tiete. If he can do it to reverse it back, it should go through the normal process to do those things. If he can do that, then it will be better. And Liberos, our lawyer, did not talk much about that. He did not talk much about that to discuss the area of this argument of a Frank Tiete. I know he will not say anything much different from what Frank Tiete is saying. That is for my own on that side. Then we'll talk about the economic crisis and our current governors, how they are behaving and what is happening today in Nigeria. If you look at them, most of them are lazy. I saw some things of how much is going to the state. This is just something, the presidency, and they want people to focus on their state. It's still the same thing. Not that Nigeria will not tackle their state or talk about their state, how governors are spending money. But if you look at it, what was the value of dollar to the exchange rate in 2015 when my state was receiving like 15 billion from allocation or receiving like 5 billion, let me say 5 billion from federal government. If you compare the value of Naira then and compare to the inflation we have today, you will see that there is no much difference. So the state are receiving big money with the same level of corruption, which they will never destroy. So it's still for them because this corruption of a state and politicians is something they set a standard that this is the way we want to go. So for them, they are not seeing it as if we are receiving money. They see it as if because they have already budgeted how much they want to loot, which is what they started from the beginning of people. That is why when you get into office, they tell you this is the culture, this is what you are entitled for. You have 20 cars, you have 5 houses, you have this. When you finish, we'll build you one in Abuja. So for them, it's that same standard. But the cost of buying those things is still the same thing with the big money they are receiving. So our major concern is how we can reduce the corruption from our country. Because for those governors you are seeing, they are not seeing as if they are receiving huge amount of money. It's the same contract they will award based on their criminal. If the one in 2015 award a contract and add 10 billion on top, the same person now, the value of that contract in that year has increased ×3. So that person will still award it, that same contract in that same range, but still add their own stealing money on top of it. That is where we are having this problem. So we must expunge totally corruption from state. And I'm calling on the federal government to do census. I want to know the numbers of people in Edo State. I want to know the actual number of people in River State. I want to know the actual number of people, the population in Kano. If we can do census and know, politicians will not have. Because if you go today, it's ghost workers you see everywhere. They use this thing is looting money from the state account. How can you just come to say you've given how much as the federal government is claiming to how many citizens? Over 200 or something, or 100 or something, 100 or something million Nigerians benefit from cash transfer, and yet you are not seeing evidence. You ask somebody who is next to you, your neighbor, have you received this money? So where is the money? So they manufacture citizen, but one politician is taking this money in the name of 100 persons. Another politician is taking this money in the name of 500 persons. But the actual citizen are there, but they can't find any money. They are suffering on the street. They are struggling to get a job for them to do. But the citizens are the one taking this money, which goes back to the pocket of politicians. So if we can have a central data for us to know how many we are in our country, this is this person. When the money comes into the account, people will know, yes, this money is coming directly to the people. So for River State now will take their own. My governor will go to claim that over 6 million people in River State have benefited from it. But when you go to door on Ask Rivers Indigene, they can't see the money. But it's on audio citizen. This is a problem for our country. And we must speak out. Don't think when you are criticizing the government or speaking, they don't hear you. It's because we call him out that a drug baron, one who is accused of drug, is the one releasing these people back into the society. And the people who have stolen money, EFCC have spent the taxpayers' money to prosecute them. Now they're in jail, you come and you remove them. So I was asking question, who were those drug barons working for before? Because if our president will make it a priority to say, these are the people that will make top of the list, it means there is a problem somewhere. These people belong to one company and somebody is behind them. But Nigeria raised their voice and I think they listen, though reversing it is in a wrong way. So keep saying it, keep talking. Don't keep quiet when you see things going wrong in your country. Continue to speak. The internet, that your one followers you think, when you say something, once somebody view that thing you said, it will recommend it to that person friend. Who is a friend to that person? If you are on Facebook or anyone, anybody that is a friend to you, who subscribe to you, as this person is viewing this thing, it's recommending to those people. So you think that 1 minute video you have done to say this is not good, it's not going far, continue to do it. It's going there, recommending it to other people. And it's reaching. They watch social media. They carry their phone, they screw, they see everything you are doing. That is why if they want to come and pick you, you ask the question, why do they always see the bad ones? They watch everything happening in social media. Forget about the President Tinubu telling you that he doesn't want to look to see. He has special people who look into what is happening in social media and they report to him directly the fact. He has people he listens to. He has top people in Nigeria that they discuss on phone. He has people he visit, they talk as a friend. No matter how strong a man is or stubborn, there must be somebody that he can
Ogala boy,
listen
you
to.
have 1 minute left.
Thank you, sir. So that is the thing. So I'm urging all of us to continue to use our voice to speak out, call out the government whenever they are doing things wrong. Our voice is going far. And the Nigeria we dream of, we will get our country together if we unite. Thank you.
Thank you, Alabo.
Let
I'm
me
very
say this.
grateful.
Let me
I'm
say
very
this.
grateful you mentioned.
Wait, Mr. Black Panther, just a
Okay.
second. Let me just say this. See, on this issue of pardon, right? I think I don't think is the position, especially that of Frank Tete. I don't think is completely right. I will re-emphasize it again. And it's important that we get it out so that people can get to know this. When the pardon is the power of the president, fine, given to him, granted by the Constitution. But I want to say this because of the reference made by Mr. Black Panther in his earlier submission. He talked about the correctional service. You see, and I highlighted it when I was making my own submission as well. You see, that is the finality of the process of pardon. See, that is the finality of it. It is everything could have been done, everything that Tete was saying there, you know, the process has been everything. It has to be, pardon must be granted and pardon must be delivered. If that is delivered to the recipient. If it has not been delivered to the recipient, anything, you can still reverse it.
Okay, Oga Jonathan.
That's the process.
Oga Jonathan.
Yeah.
You see, see, there are some laws in the Constitution. There are some kind of rules in the Constitution that when they give, they put the alternative, they put the second version of it. Then the president can go, if he has done something wrong, this is what he can do to rectify it. Or maybe he made a mistake. The Constitution will state it clearly. Your Constitution did not state the reversion of pardon.
No,
they have no power to reverse. Wait, Oga Jonathan, wait. The pardon, the power of pardoning rests in the hands of the president. And there are rules on how he will go about it.
See.
And this way, Oga Jonathan, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to. I'm talking about my understanding of the Constitution. It is not a preamble. It is quite stated in the Constitution. He does not possess the power of reversal, because that law itself, it derives the power from the Constitution. And if such power that is very, very tactical and very, very strong will be given, the Constitution should state if there is a mistake, there should be room for reversal. There is no room for reversal.
Okay.
So he does not possess the power to reverse.
Okay. Okay.
So that is my understanding, okay, and I'm not going to argue it out. It's left for the lawyers to argue it out.
I know it's for the lawyers, but again, lawyers cannot bamboozle you also, because you can read and you can use your intellect as well. What I'm saying here is that, see, take the electoral law that we are all conversant with in Nigeria. We have the Electoral Act. We also have INEC guidelines. Okay? And that INEC guidelines, they got it. When you read it, you will think that this is not the Constitution. This is like it's something different. But it is that guidelines is what they will apply for elections. When it comes to this one too, you know, there is a committee set up for pardon. This committee, they have their guidelines that they follow, okay, when it comes to pardon.
The president is the one that put the guidelines.
See, no, it's not. It's a committee.
It's under a description.
Yes, yeah. But all I want to say here is this. See, on this one, the reason what gave Mr. Tinubu the strength here to move ahead and ask that this process should be reversed. They are just in that statement given, first of all, given by the presidency. There's the word reverse did not appear there. They didn't use, it's just the media that are just, you know.
No, Oga Jonathan. Oga Jonathan. Where you are coming from?
See, because
Oga Jonathan, you are coming from the point of immoral aspect.
Did you read the article of Bayo Onanuga?
All I want to say is this: that
did you read what Bayo Onanuga wrote?
You see what gave Mr. Tinubu, the strength here to move ahead.
God gave him the strength, but he don't give him the power.
Did you read the?
No, you see, you know why?
Did you read the statement from Bayo Onanuga?
Because at the beginning, at the beginning of this process, I believe Mr. Tinubu did not even go through this list.
It doesn't matter. Look, Oga Jonathan, it doesn't matter. Oga Jonathan, listen to me. It doesn't matter whether I go through it or not. The Lord says he has the prerogative power. Listen, Oga Jonathan, the Lord says he has the district power to commute.
I agree
to
on
release.
What I'm saying is that,
but he doesn't have the absolute power to reverse that law.
After the public backlash, when the public responded, the people responded negatively. And we asked for it. So that, I believe that was the time now,
See, Oga Jonathan, that is why I told you. Oga Jonathan, you know why? You know my submission, I said he's trying to build up, he knows he's disobeying the constitution. He's trying to build up a CV for himself. Look at what no, wait, let me correlate it.
What he did here is not unconstitutional. That's my
it is Oga Jonathan, look. The law to commute, the law to pardon is very discreet. It's very straight. There's no alternative.
Okay, let me ask you.
The law is wait. Before you ask me the question, let me not lose my thought. See, the only lawyers go feel know this why they talk. The law to say this man and reverse his debt, whatever, to say no and reverse it is very straight. He doesn't look back. If he look back, the same constitution will tell us how he's going to look back. Because the law is very straight. It is not, there's nothing like something in coming parallel. No, it's very straight. If the constitution says there is a room created that whenever there is a mistake, or maybe somebody's name was slotted in mistakenly,
anyway,
then there should be a reversal law bestowed on the president. You cannot create a law. You cannot create a law of your own from the constitution. You can't.
The pedestal they are sitting on this one, that is Mr. Tinubu and his people, is the fact that that process has not been finalized. So there is the process is there, and there is the finality of it. It has not been delivered. See, that is the pedestal on which they are standing. If, for example,
how it works, let me tell you how it works.
Let's say the guy who is serving life imprisonment or is on death row, they have delivered it to the guy. They have delivered it to the guy in prison. Then there is no going back. No.
Oga Jonathan, no. See how it works. It's a constitutional. Oga Jonathan, are you listening to me? This is a constitutional democracy. This is how it works. When a president pronounces, it is become a law, execution of the law. But when a president has not pronounced, there will be no execution. Now the president has pronounced and has released the list. That is his pronouncement. You don't say until you finish the process. There is no process because law, the power was bestowed upon him in the constitution, stated by the constitution. He, on his own prerequisite, he will set up a committee on behalf of him that will look into the list that they will bring forward. Then he will now vet it with his advisors. So that is on his own prerequisite. He can do like just like the law that says you cannot question the governor on the security money. It's the same thing. It's absolute. It's not questionable. The law is absolute. He said when it's been pronounced, it becomes a law and it cannot be reversed.
There is also, see, under the Nigerian law, it is clear that when someone is prosecuted or convicted under the state law, it is the governor who has the power to do that. The president does not have. That is the reason I want to be. That's the reason why they have, consultation with the state council.
Yes.
It's a federal crime, right? The president, all these things we're talking about, and I still maintain it. There is finality to it. It's a red tape. See, if they
the federal council, let me tell you their job.
But in Nigeria, governors have powers to pardon as well if it is a state crime. Federal one, it is the president. But if it is the prerogative of mercy, the president can now consult with states and extend his power to that level. That is the reason for that consultation. If not for that, he will not even touch the list of those that are states convicted. He will only
let me put it this way. But if a list, let me tell you, Oga Jonathan, if a list has been released, it means the power has sought for consultation and it has been concluded.
Okay. All right. You know what? Let the people, if you know that in Nigeria, see, I'm telling you that there is finality to it.
Look, there's no law. The law did not say, look, Oga Jonathan, the law, the constitution did not, wait, let me put this so that you get it clear.
Let me say this finally on this one so that we can, you see, in the correctional service, right? If you go there now, even if the court has released someone, right, and it has not been transmitted or communicated to the correctional service, the person is going nowhere. So the person is going nowhere. So when
I've understood that now. I've understood that
the person is going nowhere. That's why I said.
But wait. That's why
I said there is finality to the process.
Let me speak on this issue. You see, when I say the power, when they say the power is rested solely on the president, see, it is absolute. And when something is absolute, it's under his own discretion that he can even consult. If he doesn't want to consult, so be it.
Let the people let the various convicts, okay, one or two of them, let them go to court now.
Oga Jonathan, wait. When you now talk on, say, he got to pass through the process, there is no process when there is absolute
process. Is it not process that brought it?
No. See, the power, this power is absolute power. He said it's rested on him.
It is absolute. See, it does not.
It is not questionable.
It doesn't work like that. Even
it works like that, Oga Jonathan. And Nigeria, they make gabu constitution.
See, if you say it's absolute power, right?
Yes.
The president, see, absolute power. The president, of Nigeria cannot say because he has absolute power, and do things anyhow. No, it doesn't.
It's very derived.
One on this.
Oga Jonathan. Jonathan.
That is the reason why. That is the reason why they have a committee set up under. In fact, do you know the crookedest part of it in Nigeria?
Oga Jonathan, the committee was set up because the president his eyes cannot be everywhere. Look, in America here, let me tell you something. In America here, when Donald Trump wanted to give free the jailers, those that have spent long time in jail, the constitution was absolute. He said the president has the sole power to commute. Then he now drafted a list. He didn't consult anybody because it is absolute. He doesn't need to consult any goddamn person because that's the power that was bestowed by the Congress and the constituency upon the president. It is not questionable.
It doesn't mean that normally it's under.
You cannot tell him how he goes about it. You cannot tell him.
See, the president will still that is the reason why under the Nigerian law.
If you see all this consulting and local government, all this now because we don't get law. What is the meaning of consulting?
This pardon, there is a law now. There's a law.
It's not everything you consult. It's not everything you consult.
See, this pardon is under the Ministry of Special Duties. That's
it's not under the ministry. It's not under. It's not under. Let me tell you, it's not on. Wait, Oga Jonathan. Oga Jonathan, you are getting the law wrong. Bring the constitution. Let's talk.
Oh my God!
Bring it. That says
it is.
No. See, Oga Jonathan. Oga Jonathan.
Wait.
In Canada.
I argue. Okay, let's put. You see, under the law, yes, the president has absolute power.
He doesn't need to create any mystery.
Wait now, let me explain it to you so that you get understanding.
You don't need to explain to me now because I've gotten it now.
Number one, let's take it step by step. Number one, the president, via the Constitution, has the absolute right to grant prerogative of mercy.
Simple.
No, not just simple like that. Wait,
we don't need to consult now.
Wait now. The president has the power, right, of that. Now, the president now will now decide because of that power. He can decide to say, okay, you know what? I'm going to use the Ministry of Information to perform.
Yes, you are right.
I'm going to use the Ministry of Special Duties.
Yes.
These duties for me. And then it will mandate them to set up a committee.
Yes.
And this committee will now recommend to him, even though he has that power like express, but there's still a process so that it will
look.
If not,
Oga Jonathan, hold on. This is not English.
No, wait, let me finish what I'm saying. As much as the president has the powers, to pardon, right? It doesn't mean the president will just go ahead and pardon terrorists.
That is what it means.
That's the reason for consultation.
So
no,
the consultation was done even before the list.
When the list, you see, now the press release that they gave now on this one now, when they made a U-turn, they now shifted it. Now it has been taken away from the Ministry of Special Duties and now under the ministry.
Okay, you have landed. Let me tell you why it took it away. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. There's no process. Don't they say there's process? Let me tell you why there is a process by him. Let me tell you. When something is bestowed upon you as a power, because every president in the world have certain powers that he don't need to consult anybody, but he can create a culture. He can create a process under his own knowledge. He can do it. And it's not questionable. Even that process cannot question his authority. That process cannot tell him, or that process cannot make final conclusion on the list. That process created by him, it cannot question him. It is not mandatory that he should create a process, but under moral ground for them to see the presidency as somebody that is not autocratic. He can now, under his own discretion, create a process so that every other person, every tribe, will be all inclusive.
All I'm just telling
that is the reason.
All I'm just telling you are just.
That is the reason why. That is the reason why he created that process. Because Nigeria is a multi-ethnic group.
What the law says. What I'm telling you is that what they did by calling back the list is not unconstitutional. That's what I'm telling you. Because
it's unconstitutional. It's not constitutional. It's unconstitutional. Let's go
It's
to
not.
go
It is not.
see.
What they did,
Bring
they are
any lawyer, any lawyer you know for
Jonathan,
Canada.
it's
So make it right on
unconstitutional.
it.
It's not in our constitution for him
No,
to
you
do
see,
that. It's
there
not
is
constitutional.
there's no dispute. The president has the constitution grants him the power.
The power
of mercy, of
mercy,
to pardon.
yes.
There's no that one is clear. But what I'm telling you is that there is a process. Once he says this is it, this is what I want to do, right? From that point on, there is a process. Everything within the government, there is a process.
He decide the process, Oga Jonathan. That is what you don't know.
At any point in time, if that, for example, I'll give you. Let me give you another practical example. The president has the powers, agreed, and he applied his power and he granted pardon to someone. And during the process, the president discovered additional information to the contrary. So he cannot do anything when it has not been finalized. The president during that process can stop it at any point in time if there is no finality to it yet. He can. The same power that he has, which is not real, it is irrevocable, agreed. Once it is finalized, it is irrevocable. The president can't go back. It has to go through the judicial. I agree. But what I'm saying is that unless Frank Tete is telling us that it has been the process, that it has been completely done from 1 to 10.
Oga Jonathan, what you are not getting here, and you refuse to hold it, it's not a matter of arguing to win. It's a matter of talking to learn.
Who is arguing to
no,
win?
I'm not saying you are arguing to win. I'm not trying to express.
I'm telling you that in every process, that's not about arguing to win.
There is no way. Oga Jonathan, hold on. Just hold on and listen.
On your own part, if you like,
Oga Jonathan,
take it as a guy going forward.
Oga Jonathan,
wait, because you said argue to win. I don't know where you get that from.
No, I said we are not.
Wait, I agree with you in the area of the president has the powers, right? Express powers granted him by the Constitution. I agreed. What you fail to understand and agree is that even at exercising that powers, there is a process. You are telling me there is no damn process.
There is no damn process. I'm telling you, when a power is absolute, it is not questionable. He is under his jurisdiction. He can create a process, and that process that he created in his presidency, another president can come and remove that process. That he is not following that process because the power is absolute, given to him by the Constitution. It is not questionable. That is why we cannot question what department he gives the power to finalize this for me. But when the government has pronounced, when the president pronounced the name of the released people, the process is gone. It's assumed that process has been concluded when the names is out. That is absolute. That is absolute power. He doesn't recognize a process because he's the one that creates the process himself, because he doesn't want to annoy, because Nigeria is in a multi-ethnic society. He doesn't want to see himself always taking, you want to commit the sentence, you take it from only the south. He wants it to go around the country. That is why he uses the power himself. If not, the Constitution would have stated the process. But the Constitution did not state the process. He gave the power to him to do whatever thing he wants to do with the law. The same thing, if I want to take my extract from, I will take my extract from the American Constitution. It's the same thing. I will also go to even Canadian Constitution. He didn't create any process. He gave absolute power. And every constitution in the world always have a position, a way of giving the president some absolute power. He doesn't like the power to press the power to press the nuclear weapon now. There is no process. It's under the discretion of the president of America. And they carry that box. Anywhere he goes, they carry that black box with him. They will only consult with him that, oh, there's something flying towards here. What is his decision? He will now say, I have to consult my expert, my advisors. If not, he has absolute power to just press it. That is why when they do election, and they say he's going to be in charge of the voting. Are we going to give him the power to be in charge of the voting? Because they know he has absolute power on it. That is why sometimes they get scared. So it is the same thing, the power given to him. That is why he can commit all the people that were in jail during the outlaw when they enter the capital. He commit all of them. If there is a process, with that process created by the constitution, says all of them can be committed, all the people that went and break the law of the land, they would have told him the kind of process he will go about. They will tell him the kind of people he can commute. But the constitution didn't say so. It said you have the absolute power. I having the absolute power, I can create any process, and that process is never questionable because it is absolute. That is what I'm trying to say. What you said is right. There is a process, but the process is not questionable. That makes it not. That makes it not. It's not part of the constitution, but it's part of the president. We don't know that process because it's not written. We don't know it. It is the president that created it, and we gave him the power to create that process. That is why we cannot give him the power to reverse it. We didn't give him the power to reverse it. So where did he derive his power from? That makes it unconstitutional. That is what I'm saying from the law point of view. But on the moral point of view, he can do something. But what about the constitution that he has broken? That is why we say our foundation, what can we do when our foundation is bad? But there's what we can do here. We can fight together to compel him to give us a new constitution. That is what I've been saying since more than how many years? We'll keep on seeing all this breaking of laws in Nigeria if we don't gather our heads together to promulgate a new constitution for ourselves. We'll keep on seeing the lacunas all over the place. We'll see it every day. We'll keep on arguing. That's why I don't want to argue on whether he commit those criminals. What I am seeing here is that the president is trying to build a CV for himself so that he can walk to the White House and tell them that he's doing everything reasonable for them to see. And this is what he's doing. That is why he changed his military general. It's part of his CV. You will see now the army are dealing with the Boko, the terrorists, Fulani terrorists. But still, they are hiding things from us. Let the law comes into place now. You will see they will cancel all these things they are doing. They will cancel everything and they will revert back to the normal thing. This thing will help us a lot because if they bring this CPC law into place, it will compel them and will put pressure on them that here it comes. We need a new constitution. We need state policing. We need all these things. They will be compelled to do it. And that's a leverage the international world has on them. That is why we are praying to God that the CPC law should come into place so that our pressure will be meaningful. Not now when they have power to tell us who to leave and who to buy. We can't do anything. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Black Panther. Oga Jonathan.
If I say we don't come out.
Oh, network don't carry and come
out.
One thing you should understand is that the power is there for the president to do those things, but there is no power there for him to reverse. However, he has done it. He will leave a room for all those people those processes went through before they brought out that list. The list did not just come out. It came out after he has confirmed, endorsed the list. They make it public to people. These are the people they want to free, which is what we have. And Nigeria began to speak about that. And they say, okay, our name is not going in the right way, especially the drug barons and that woman that by the husband. So for them, they feel okay. This is a bad one for us, for our administration. So decided to just
Now, Oga Labo, let me ask you a question.
yeah.
Sorry. Assuming we all, as members of the location Nigeria, assuming we all we kept quiet because maybe our brother, one of our brother is there. We all kept quiet. Every Nigerian kept quiet. Is it going to reverse it?
It will not now. If
So tell me. You see.
there was no internet outcry, I don't think.
Oh.
The prerogative power given to him to grant pardon, mercy to those people is absolute. Even him cannot reverse it. Neither the state can try those people. So it's absolute. He cannot reverse neither the state or any president to come again and say he wants to revise it. No. That one stand, those people are free. And they are free except they find one thing in another crime. That is the only way. So
if assuming, let me ask another question. Assuming Nigeria is a normal country, if the people go to court, will they not win?
They will win now.
Thank you.
Those people now, with this, what he has done, he has granted them pardon. For it, the process which Mr. Jonathan was arguing with us is, it has already been done. That process has been done before this list was made public to Nigerians. That process has been done. So he has gone through the process before they made this list public to Nigerians. So that is it. So there is nothing they will come and say, President, I have not found out, he has not done some things he was supposed to do before he did it, he wasn't aware. No. The list was made to him, the total number was made to him before he consented.
And he saw all the criminals in there, the drug baron, everybody.
He saw all of them. Was he not aware? There is nothing like pardon. If the total number, President must see the total number. The total number, Bayo Onanuga cannot come outside to come and tell people the president is releasing 100 or something people. And that 100 or something people is releasing. This is only the one president is aware is 40. No, or 50. No. He saw the total number and the name of the people were shown to him with their cases was discussed. They discussed those things for him to know the problem those people were facing, why they were arrested. So they brought it to them. All the drug bar on them. He knows them. He knows. What are you telling me? So those are the things. It's the outcry of the Nigerians that he did that.
Thank you, my brother Labo.
And secondly, if he has that power, why did he not reverse the Rivers State? He allowed it for 6 months.
Thank you.
Why did he give a state of emergency in Rivers State that is unconstitutional, and he did it and he allowed it, no matter how Rivers people cry. He did what Nyesom Wike and him plan to do.
Why not reverse that one?
Why he not reverse them immediately? Which is that one that is within the law, for the law knows that it's something that is
Oga Labo, do you know why I don't want to discuss this release of all these people? I said, you see, if we discuss them, that's why I say we all clamor for it. We saw it as a wrong thing. That is why we said, how can this atrocity happen? Even if we don't have a normal constitutional stuff in our country, why we know from a moral point of view, why will this kind of list appear to the world? They will rob us all. Whether you are this or whether you are Lagbaja, they are crossing from one continent to the other continent. Our name is stained. That is why we came out to speak, because it was wrong. But now that the name has been reversed, I would not want to speak on that issue, because I know it will bring up a lot of eruption. It will bring up a lot of sympathy for the president. Oh, he's a listening president.
Those people, he would have done it the right way. Those people might approach the court.
That is why I say I wouldn't like to even listen to all these things.
Yeah, I would have wanted him to take to his attorney general, since he has transferred the team to the Ministry of Justice. He would have, through the attorney general, to approach court.
Okay, will you tell me that the attorney general did not see the list?
He saw. I wasn't when the outcry started busting, and it came out. It came out that they are reviewing it. They have not.
All these things? You see all these things that Oga Alabo, all these things are pre-planned. I don't see. Look, I wanted to go the way of the Mr. Jonathan. When I first saw it, I wanted to go the way of Mr. Jonathan. Something dragged me back. The CPC law dragged me back. Say, if I go the way of Oga Jonathan, will I not be going against the evil that they've been doing, which they have not stopped? And they hearing our voices on those evil and atrocity they are committing as a presidency?
Now only this way they hear.
If I don't hear them, now if I talk about this one, that means I will be doing what? I will be making sure that people that don't have brain will not be supporting him for 2027. That is a listening president.
Yes, that is the narrative. That is the narrative they are pushing. I don't see waiting the fake daughter they talk.
No, they talk nonsense. That is hypocrisy now.
For our mouth. Do you know now that not be at this thing?
Because we need to know what we want and know how to go about it. We don't know what we want. That is why we are dilly-dabbing.
The only thing I know that Nigeria might consider Tinubu in 2027, few of people might change their mind or just consider again of whether if they would vote. If Tinubu can return the state, take power back to the state, devolve the power back to the state.
That is the constitution now.
That is another thing, yes, now. And another one, if he can do census for Nigeria, it will be for his own good. All those threats coming from north, he might not be getting those threats. The truth,
you know why? You know why it cannot
in the north that will say.
You know why it cannot do. You know why it cannot do all these things. See, these people, when you not see so, Nigeria would always say something. All these people, they are friends. If they are fighting among themselves, na fake fight. Now only OP fight they real fight. All the rest that fake fight they fight. Fake. If fake pass fake. All this fight where all those criminals, thieves, when they fight. Okay, I want to ask the president a question. How many times has Tinubu mentioned corruption? How many times has Tinubu spoken? The president of the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. How many times has he mentioned corruption in the space of Nigeria? How many times?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. See, I've been listening to you guys. I don't think, and I don't agree with you.
You come with full force now.
No. Because I lost my audio.
We don't forget that part now, because I don't want to dilly-dab on this issue at all.
No, that is what we have been on now.
Let us just leave it like that, because the more we talk on it, no, Jonathan, look at what we are seeing here. The more we talk on him, the more we are paying good credence to him.
So let me talk now for even 2-3 minutes. You've been here, you are talking on it for 20 minutes. Now let me talk. Let me respond to everything that you and your pally, Mr. Alabo, have been saying here.
Okay.
On this
Mr.
one.
Jonathan, don't become a pally now. Now you be my pally.
No, you can talk. You can talk. Me, I don't tire for the issue. I know they go yarn on that issue again. Sir.
How you know go dey tire when you don't talk for 1 hour?
No, I tell Oga this. I know they talk on this. This is why they talk now. Now they push me now because
for 1 hour.
No. Now make me they talk on it now.
So let me respond. Let me respond to what you have been saying all along. Before I lost my audio earlier. See, what you people don't get is the process. If you like, you can spin it whichever way you want to spin it, right? What they did here is not unconstitutional, right? You can look at it from the lens of Nigerian leadership that are crooked. You look at presidents, what they have been doing. If you look at it from that angle, yes, you can say, you can read meaning to it. But they are standing on a pedestal that they are comfortable with here. And that is it. And I said that when you say there is a process, everything in government, there is a process. And I've read some comments. Some people are saying, oh, it makes mockery of the president's signature. How many things have the president signed that the president reversed back, even when he has the constitutional power to do so? How many? You that said it to mockery of the president's signature should be able to give us at least, at the minimum, 10. Even in this short presidency of Tinubu, 2 years, 3 years going, at least 10. So it doesn't make any mockery. The thing is that at any point in time, if they discover anything at all, if the president discover anything at all, yes, the president can come back. But on this particular one, it is, again, what you people don't get, you are not listening to what I'm saying. One, the Constitution grants the president the power, the express power of prerogative of mercy. He has it. That's why it's called prerogative. It is at his own prerogative. If he likes, he does it. If he likes, he can keep quiet. It is his own prerogative on mercy to release anybody that he wants to. So get straight. That is not the contention here. That is straight. And he can apply it at any point in time. What I'm telling you is that even though is the power that the Constitution grants the president, it is just, you can go on and on and on and on. The president has power, express powers on so many things. So many things. Appointment. So you are now telling me, if this thing goes to court, these are the arguments that will be on the table, that lawyers will put on the table. Are you telling me now that if the president appoints someone, he has the power, the Constitution gives him the power to appoint someone? He has signed it. Somebody was talking about mockery of this president's signature. He has signed it. A press release has been made. It has been gazetted. The president can wake up tomorrow morning and say, I withdraw my appointment. I'm no longer appointing the person anymore. Even though that one is not irrevocable. He can revoke it at any time. Yes. On this one that is even irrevocable, there is still a process. That's what I'm telling you. You cannot, there's nothing you can say that what I know about government, how government runs.
Oga Jonathan.
That process.
Oga Jonathan.
See.
Oga Jonathan. Oga Jonathan, wait.
Let me finish now. You don't have.
Wait, you don't finish now. You don't finish now.
I'm not. Even if I speak for 10 minutes now, I can do that because I listened to you for 15 minutes while I was away.
You don't listen to me now. Network carry you come out.
Let me just end, and then you spoke. Let me just random see. No matter what, on this particular one, the president, him and him alone, nobody else can come back and say, this thing, since the process has not been completed, there is a process. Why are you finding it difficult that on every government matter or issue, there are processes It just doesn't mean that they will do something. Here are the question I will ask you, and I will leave it there for you. You can say anything else you want to say. So are you telling us that the fact that the Constitution gives the president the express power on a particular subject, the president can execute it in the middle of the night?
Mr. Pansat, we can't see your face properly. Okay, now I can see you now.
The president can execute it in the middle of the night without the public knowing about it. See, that process.
Oga Jonathan, let me end this.
I will leave the table for you. That process of even, you see, announcing it is a process. Making a public statement is a process. Putting it official gazette is a process. There is a process.
Oga Jonathan, let me end it so that we'll stop all this going back and forth. Then we'll move to this other topic.
Don't say that there is a process.
But wait. Let me push on that topic. Are you moving to again? We know the
Edo State this thing now. See, make I just say this one, end that side. Okay. You see, let me wait, Oga, wait now. There's something where you yourself will learn. Yeah. See, there's a difference between a process stipulated by law and a process stipulated by the presidency. Now, the law says appointment of ministers, a law was promulgated, and he has to follow that law. That's bad side. I don't think that one. Let's go to the Edo State. You see, the Edo State issue, we have to be very, very diligent in talking about every Nigerian, because Edo State is a state that we use as a point of contact to all the governors in Nigeria. You cannot play a game. Obaseki play a game of 419 against the Edo State. It was part of pass-through of the money that was given by the federal government in regulating water flow in Edo State so that we don't have erosion. He now brought his own 30 billion naira to build an hotel. Now, he now withdraw the 30 billion naira and now allow a private sector to put in 10 billion. Where is the 30 billion? I don't like. Where is our 30 billion naira? Obaseki should come and anywhere you meet him, ask him, where is the Edo State 30 billion naira that is spent in that acquisition of that hotel? Where is it? If not, we will promulgate a law and it will be passed in the House of Assembly that Obaseki is a thief, allegedly. We will send a bill to the House to make him an outlaw, that he must come back and provide the state the 30 billion naira that he has taken from the government, the Edo State taxpayers' money, the 30 billion naira that he has taken. If not, wherever I meet him, I don't like all over the world, wherever you meet him, ask him to bring back the 30 billion naira that he has taken from our money. Thank you.
You know why? You know what? I think Mr. Pansat is here. Let him have the floor.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies being those in the comment section. Mr. Elvis, on a beautiful day here in California. Now, I was able to listen intermittently to a lot of the discussions, but I missed quite a lot. So let me just summarize what my opinion is on the pardon. It depends on how far the process had gone. If the president had issued pardons, communicated it to those who were pardoned, probably published in some kind of gazette, then in order to revoke that, he has to go through the courts again and have those people convicted. The president cannot convict. So the process should end if he has an exclusive right an authority to pardon. But once that pardon is done, he cannot change his mind on his own and now be somebody to convict those people again. And of course, you have technical issues like double jeopardy and all kinds of things. But it's probably never been tested anywhere, because I don't think anybody would be that goofy to do something like that. But if I were counsel to those criminals, I would challenge it in court. It's the court that makes those kind of decisions. All powers that anybody exercises in that country, from the president all the way down to a councilman, is delineated to them. So they have those powers. Whatever is not delineated as a power to each one of those branches of government inures to the people. So I don't know how far his process of pardoning had gone, if it's gone all the way to actually pardoning them. For example, if you pardon somebody and they come out and they go and they commit a crime somewhere, he cannot say, you know what, I pardoned you and you did something wrong, therefore I'm going to revoke my pardon and you have to go back and serve that term. He cannot do that. So the time begins from nanoseconds where he cannot do that. Cannot do it a year later or 2 years later, but also he cannot do it a nanosecond afterwards. So it's technical, but it's accommodated in law, and judges should be able to make those kinds of decisions if it's never been done before. Let's say there's nothing they call stare decisis, which is something that's been decided before. If he hadn't concluded the process, he was mulling it over or rumored it out there, yes. So it's technical. It depends on how far they've gone on those events. We have to, I listened to Black Panther again. Of course, his voice is very loud and very strong. Mm-hmm. There is a concept that you always have to bear in mind. Now, these things are not just esoteric, opinion-based or whatever. These are laws that are settled laws. Somebody is innocent until they are proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Now, that's a standard for a criminal offense, such as, I'm referring to Obaseki for now. If he commits a crime, alleged to have committed a crime, taking money, $30 billion, whatever it is, $30 million or 30 billion naira, you have to convict him by a standard that is beyond a reasonable doubt to a moral certainty. So when that's happened, then you can convict him. If it's a civil case, the standard is lower. It'll be a preponderance of evidence, right? Now, in the court of public opinion.
My lord, sorry. I said allegedly.
Yeah, but that doesn't cure it, right?
Because it has not been confirmed in the court of law.
Right. But if you say it and you say allegedly, it doesn't cure the harm of constantly sending the message that he's committed a crime. In essence, I understand. The law has script and then it also has a spirit. Over here in the United States, the jury will make those kind of decisions. But what I'm saying is that yesterday I made the point that when you jumped from frying pan to fire, like we did in 2015 with APC and Buhari, because obviously Jonathan was flawed. You cannot be looking back to berate Jonathan if Buhari is not doing better than Jonathan. All right, so you now have to put all your energy into at least going back to what Jonathan had. Same thing in Edo State, where you jumped from that frying pan to fire. You have a Mr. Obebele there now, who is not as good as Obaseki. So you cannot be dragging Obaseki along with Mondo Pebelo, and then saying that they are the same. They're not the same. There are degrees, a lot of degrees. You know, when you talk about a degree, you have 45 degrees, you have 90 degrees, you have 360 degrees, which would be a revolution, right? So that's the thing, is that we have to watch those things. Else, Pebelo then will get away with more. That we have to know that he's absolutely a step down. He's a step down. So, but I understand what you're saying. With what's going on in Edo State, Obaseki's name shouldn't even come up. Now, that's my opinion. It's not. It's an opinion. We can move forward, or we're gonna be mired in all this stuff. I used to tell Showore the same thing. He looks at all the candidates, and he lacks judgment. See, that's Showore's problem. Is he?
Oga Pamsat, let me ask you a question. Are you ready? Oga Pamsat, can anybody hear me?
Yes.
Are you telling us to move forward without not questioning the action that is being allegedly committed by the past government? Or are you telling us that we don't know that certain issue was signed and we don't know because this thing is in the public domain? He spoke about the money. This money is not that is not connected. We are not saying so. This money was announced by him. And the company that came after announced their own money too. But the law, as it says, said we cannot convict him. It's only the the judges that can convict him after hearing on both sides. Now, don't we have the right to drag ourselves back so that this event does not happen? Because there was a past event where 20 billion was eaten. Nobody talked. It gave birth to this one that we're having now. Nobody talk. We should move to Okpebolo. Okpebolo will do it on to. Nobody talks. And where are we in Nigeria now? Please, can you answer that question? Pamsa don't come out. Okay, Jonathan, answer the question for him.
He's not there anymore. Okay, let's round up.
Yeah. I heard your. Yeah, at least I heard your question.
Can we round up now, please?
Okay.
Perfect.
All right. Let me just say this on.
Let's do 1 minute, please. 1 minute.
1 minute too small now. You just.
Oga, this you talk for this matter. Oh. There's no going to ask question.
Make Oga Jonathan talk first now.
Yeah. You know, all I just want to say, about Obaseki and the present government of Edo State is that please don't let us make no mistake about nobody's to probe Obaseki. With everything, all the numbers that they are throwing around all over the space now, it's not going to lead to any probe. Nobody is going to probe anybody because they don't want standard. They are afraid of standard. Because if the moment Okpebolo initiate or start any probe against Obaseki, his predecessor, the moment he starts, that means he has set a standard for himself. He cannot steal one naira again from Edo State.
He cannot do it, Mr. Jonathan. I'm not worried. He can't dare.
So he will not even go there. He will not even go there. But we can say this for record purposes, that let it be there, that the public is aware of the mismanagement of the people's money, the money that belongs to the people of Edo State is there, and Obaseki cannot raise his head up high again. He can't even come to Nigeria. Right. I think he's just going all over the place, hiding all over the place. Maybe he comes to Nigeria secretly, hide one place, and then quickly he get out. So that's just it. But to expect any probe from anyone, it's not going to happen because they are afraid of standard. If Okpebolo want to set a standard, Let him go ahead and probe. But the moment he does that, then he can't steal 1 naira again, because he will also be judged by that same standard. So he has closed the door for himself, for all his cronies, everything. He can't steal anymore. That is it. So that's why I'm not really expecting any probe at all. Unfortunately, it's the people of Edo State that are bearing the brunt here.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Jonathan. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Mr. Alabo, your 1 minute, sir.
I got what don't come. Oh, Alamo, you make it go rest. You see the level of corruption in Nigeria. What is happening in Edo State is the same thing happening across every state in Nigeria. These are the dirty business those governors, they do. That is why, how can you sit in a government for 8 years and agree for yourself when you finish your 8 years, you have to go and build a house in Abuja for that same man that have stolen so much for the state? This is a system that they cannot fight against. You might even be surprised that that business now, what is happening there, that the current governor might even have his own share. He will do his own if you dig deep. So it's a system that will have to fight against. How can you are leaving office, the next thing you want to start doing is for you to go and bring your partners for a something you spent over 3-point-something billion to construct. You now invite somebody, is it 30-something billion, if I'm not mistaken? You invite somebody, an investor, to come to partner, and that person come with just 10 billion. About 25% or 30% of that, your own state investment. Now the person is having 80% shares. No. But how is he going to do? How would Okpobolo start? He can't start. If he start with that, there is one which Oshomole have done his own. So he will dig deep to go and reach there. That is why the forensic audit that happened in Niger Data Ministry, till today, Akpabio could not release. He is the Senate president today. He could not release what happened because all the governor of Niger Data are involved. And their wife, you've heard the Wike accuse Rotimi Amechi wife. So that is a deep corruption we are having in our system of governance. This is a problem, Nigeria. You must know what is happening in your state. You must know how your government spend your resources. If we continue to keep quiet, these people will just come with small people in our means and they begin to manipulate you, stealing what belongs to you. That thing, so the people you see, they call them partners to come and do. It might still be the same people that the same governor was living. They are friends, they are cronies. It might be his personal business, but they will hide under. Today in Lagos State, how far better where people are talking about who owns it, nobody know. So it's a system. There's a.
All right.
Mr. Davis, it's so sad.
Thank you, my brother, Mr. Alabo. I appreciate you. Mr. Jonathan, were you talking?
No, I was just alluding to what Mr. Alabo was saying, that it's the same. You will not be surprised that it is the same Obaseki who owns that 80%. The other, that partner that they brought in is just a front.
They just use them to front Mr. Jonathan. They just use them. It's their personal business.
Okay. I agree with Mr. Alabo.
Mr. Evis, sorry, 1 second. It's the same thing that happened in our River State. You may hear one time before Odili left office, one of the things that caused problem. He put somebody in front, build a world-class hospital in South Africa, and the person claimed the thing because you use them for front. They claim, some of them, they do this thing, they build them. It happened in Abia State with one of, I know won't mention them, one of their governors. The other governors use people to dupe him. It happened. This is what they do.
All right, Black Panther, your 1 minute.
Oh, I want to thank you, Niger Watch, for everything you have done. And I want to say to my those state people, we have the right to question whoever has stolen our money, to say where is that money, because the money is not a hidden secret. 20 billion water stop project, 30 billion Radisson Blue, that is equal to 50 billion naira that has been taken by these men called governors. Now, we don't know how much this one is going to increase it to. Maybe this one is going to increase to 40 billion. Because he has put forward an investment, they have gotten an investment. People, we don't know, they don't have record, there be ghosts that they are going to invest in Edo State, partner with the government. We don't know how much that one is going to accumulate to. That is the way they steal their money. These people are shameless people. That is why we told you all guys that the PDP guy that they bring, that one is coming in to cover up. It's not a good candidate. I said it here. That's why I cannot support him. Because I know the cover up they are doing. The light issue. You people have heard. It's not, Edo doesn't have anything at stake in that one. But he told us that Edo people has something at stake in that power project. Now you can all see that Obaseki, he was a failure. He was a total failure. And if he brings anybody in that speak English, that say he's a lawyer, blah, 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 he's also going to be a what? A total failure. This one that is there, that is shouting, put on this thing, is going to be what? A total failure. Edo people, no more rotation among the tribes in Edo State. We want the best that will come out to become our governor that love the state and want to care for every Edoite in the state and provide us with infrastructures so that we in Diaspora can come and build from the infrastructure up to a very glorious height. Thank you.
All right. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate you, Mr. Jonathan, once again, Black Panther, Mr. Alabo. Thanks, August Pansat, for coming in to put your voice to this as well. I appreciate those of you that called in earlier on. Thank you very much, my people. And those of you that supported us financially today, Madam Peggy Modi, Madam Stella, and Masavedo, I'm very, very grateful. God bless you all. My mother of Omami Diaspora, thank you very much, Mommy, for always being there. Thanks for all that you do. Thank you, Abu Azi. Bless you, don't go sleep already. Thank you, Mr. Pansat, once again. Anthony Ola, Light, I can see right there. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate you all. But meanwhile, I'd like to quickly say this. I don't really want to stress myself when it comes to these people, because when I call them out, people attack me all the time. But thank God that, yes, we are seeing the reality of who they are. They cannot change. They are the same people. Yes. For the past 2 days now, people have been attacking me because I call Obaseki satanic. Will I say the new trend now? And say you get people who Obaseki nearly paid now that is on air. You know, when you talk, they tackle you. When you talk, they tackle you. It's very shameful. Very, very shameful. Okpebolo cannot dare probe Obaseki because he knows, according to what Mr. Jonathan said, he knows that if he probe Obaseki, he has set the line of probing in Edo State. He's certainly going to be probed as well. So these people, they don't probe themselves for their selfish interest, for their personal interest. So we are in big trouble in Nigeria, not just in Edo State. We are in big, big trouble. A country where some people were, criminals were pardoned, then it was now reviewed again, and some of them were sent back to prison, some of them, their jail term were reduced, blah, blah, blah. Okay, the president is saying, or rather indirectly telling us now, allegedly, that he's not part of it who made that decision. Let's assume that's the situation. Then, in a country that works, transparency comes in here. How come you cannot tell the people that you are serving, who made that decision to pardon all the old dangerous criminals in Nigeria, almost? Between you and I, this matter is closed. We are not going to hear anything from tomorrow anymore. Who pardoned those people, who made the initial decision before the presidency now came in to reverse it and all that. We're not going to hear them again. Do you know why we don't hear things like that? Because They don't see us as anything. They only selectively choose what they want to respond to. What they don't want to respond to, you can't do anything. It's sad. I'll continue to do my part alongside with my consecrated panelists. That's the best we can do, to be honest. I've said it before. 98% of myself and my panelists here, by God's grace, we all are where to do already. I, myself, my panelists, my followers, 98%, all of us are already where to do. So that means we have every reason not to be talking about this particular one. You know me, so we'll not go there social media, we'll go there. But this one, so when they give us headache, so we have every reason not to be doing it. It's very unfortunate. Look at other countries, their citizens are fighting, they are speaking truth to power. Now only in Nigeria, we fight ourselves. When we see anybody speaking truth to power, we target them to insult them. It's very unfortunate. Hopefully, fingers crossed, somehow, someday, Nigeria will be better in our time. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much for your time with us today. My people, now we'll join the curtain. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Fingers crossed, 7 p.m. Nigerian time. Look out for our pre-recorded videos, like I said, or normally say, if the time is permissible for me to do that for you. Our time is just so tight. Very, very, very tight. For those of you that is very, very close to me, you will understand everything. It's too tight. I don't even have time for anything. For me to come on air to still do this broadcast in the evening is not easy for me. But still, we'll continue to do our part by God's grace. My people, have a good night and bye for now.
mano were hanyu. Yeti bansa